3. Only 500 separating them. Clutch Gaming, of course, with that first turret, that's where that lead comes from. Look in the inventory of Lyra, you can see that bracer, which means most likely going for the Righteous Glory as item number 2. Very effective on the full tank Skarner build. Gives him another one of those go buttons. And as the primary engage, pretty much the only engage for his team, you'll need as many of those as you can.
Yeah, you definitely will. And it's a trade of turrets across the map. Mid lane turret going down there for Clutch, so they're going to be happy about that trade. I do want to point out, all this great vision that we have actually set up across here. This line of worth in this whole area really was kind of what was trying to give the safety for Pobelter to walk down and knock down that tier 1 turret. He would know if there was going to be any sort of early response to his push, and as a result, can knock down a turret of his own. But Damonte, certainly sitting at a very strong point in the game, and he did actually go Sword Boot, so much more for the damage instead of those Merc Treads, which means he is playing really on this fine line. This is going to up your burst, and that will feel nice, but if you make any sort of mistake and you are not able to use the Shroud or your Shuriken Flip or your ult to dodge one little bit of CC, you're very likely to get crowd controlled down and just blown up before you can ever get out.
Pretty rough spot to be in such a situation. Clutch Gaming themselves forward, trying to set down some wards. FlyQuest putting down a couple control wards of their own, but those will be cleared away as Clutch continues to roam around as 5. Flash, and not Predator yet, but Lyra still having that flash available. He can make a pull on anybody he wants, remember. Ulti coming out, Nautilus ulti stolen away by the Sylas. Nice damage coming in from Vulcan, but now the counter engage comes out. FlyQuest gonna lose their support. It is a 1-for-0 for Clutch Gaming.
Yeah, good engage. JJ just gets shredded there as he turns to try to tank up for his team, and it means that Clutch are gonna be able to grab this dragon no problem. The Mountain Dragon will give them more access to taking down the Baron. Speeds up your Baron take by a couple seconds, so certainly can be pretty impactful. When it is kind of those close attempts that you're trying to rush down and kill it off before your opponents do arrive, also does always open up for possibilities for 2-man Baron plays and these sorts of things here too.
Clutch Gaming finally coming out a little bit ahead there. No response from FlyQuest on that play means they at least get the victory of the Drake in that. And now Tony at least splitting down here on the bottom side. Pobelter showing up to answer that split push. 155 to 159 in the farm between these two guys. Most important thing to remember though is Pobelter does have some money sunk into that QSS that you previously mentioned. If you look at Pobelter's inventory, it's a blue garage sale. You've got a Lost Chapter, you've got a Tier, you've got a Merc Tread, and a QSS. These items are all fun and cool and blue, but none of them are a completed item just yet. It's still not that threatening.
Yeah, it's definitely not super threatening just yet, but at least it's a nice garage sale. They're selling some
bougie
lemonade,
garage.
To give you maybe a little fan. It's a hot day outside or something. I don't know. I mean, they're good items, and he's going to be completing them pretty quickly. Also, the QSS is very effective, even as this kind of one little piece, because anyone he's going to be answering in a side lane is dealing magic damage, right? So that does make it more effective. There is still the mini stun from the Akali. There is the chain stun from Huni, so even in those 1v1 scenarios, there will be some use for it. Yes, it is not as effective as having that earlier completed Archangels, but he has hit that point now, and going to be feeling pretty good about his chances, I think, in any sort of a 1v1. But Pobelter, he does have this kind of habit of getting caught out sometimes inside lanes. He is certainly a guy who plays a lot of Ryze, who plays very heavily to those side lanes, and oftentimes he gets caught out and punished. And we've seen a lot of games end that way for him over the years. So they really want to see them establishing vision for him and him playing safely around that. But as of now, there is no vision from FlyQuest really whatsoever in this area. It is pretty much only Clutch. They have full vision control in this quadrant of the jungle, and as a result, Pobelter can't do anything at this point except sit under his turret. They are, though, having eyes on a lot of these members, so it's Viper just pushing heavily in this bottom side, trying to work down on this turret and trying to force some sort of response.
Right, trying to get that split push money going on as Huni will be sent to answer him. The Clutch Gaming Goon Squad that went top trying to take down that tier 2. Not quite enough damage to find it, but Huni wants to go further forward, even going to stop there. Doesn't want to chase through a minion wave towards Viper. This Irelia is pretty strong at this point in time. Does have the Trinity Force completed now. Working towards that next item as Cody, Sun, and Vulcan will continue trying to clear waves here in mid lane. Past 20 minutes means Baron is on the table. There is a Mountain Drake, as you already mentioned, for Clutch Gaming. FlyQuest have themselves an Infernal for some bonus damage of their own. So either side does have potential to go for an early one of these if their opponents do not respect them.
Yeah, they definitely do. And as Clutch went for the reset, it's FlyQuest moving in and reestablishing vision, and the binding does connect.
It's going to be a TP coming in from the side of Clutch Gaming. Santorin wants to flash himself over the wall. Huni's now going to be in some trouble. Blastcone not able to get him away, but he doesn't even need to run. It's JJ who flashes over the wall. It's Damonte on a rampage, and Pobelter goes into the Realm War, but Damonte will chase after him. He has some fancy feet to try to get himself away. Lyra goes underneath the turret, but instead he's going to be killed along with his target. Both junglers taken out. As Wild Turtle goes on the hunt, looking to chase this one even further. Viper looking to grab someone off to the side, but a very nice dodge and an ult for ult from Cody Sun. Viper's still going to be banking up here on the front line, as FlyQuest will not chase any further.
Yeah, FlyQuest going to be pushed back there. Lyra does trade his life out 1-for-1. They did kill Santorin, though, in the extended play, fully committing to diving over onto him. Clutch wanted to chase for more. They didn't feel comfortable to turn back towards the Baron or to stop after that initial play. And here it is, Huni on the flank after Santorin had been jumped onto. Santorin just in full retreat. But the soul laners here from Clutch both flashing over, getting the initial kill on the support, and chasing over onto Pobelter. Lyra going forward. He knows the QSS is available on Pobelter, so he flashes and he ults Santorin, but Pobelter has the Rune Prison available, roots him in turret range, so they look to turn this around. Then Viper looking for the ult. That's a point-blank ultimate, so nice read on the animation from Cody Sun. Viper decides he can try to go forward anyway, but does end up having to flash out defensively, as he did step a little bit too far forward there.
Pobelter once again back in the side lane, as you were talking about. The wards, a couple of them down around there with control wards in the side rush and in the side rush that he just now placed. You can also see Santorin moving into the enemy jungle now, bringing the rest of the guys with him. They're saying, hey, might be able to find a pick here onto Damonte, and if they get that, it could be real big here for the side of FlyQuest. But Damonte is not going to walk up through that shortest path towards mid, instead wants to stay plenty safe, knows that there's a lot of FlyQuest members off the map.
And they all are actually heading back over towards this Baron as they think Clutch is on it. Yeah, and they can see them with this ward. They would have seen them walking into the pit, so they should have knowledge that they could be on this. I'm actually really surprised they're not checking.
No knowledge.
I mean,
now you see it. This is
like,
way too late of a response from FlyQuest, and that is free Baron for Clutch Gaming.
We're going to need to see that replay, because I want to see if they actually did walk over that ward to enter the pit, because there was that ward outside of the Baron pit, which shouldn't show inside, but should have seen the entrance. Should have tipped their hand that they were going to actually start it up, and I'm not sure if somehow they just barely snuck around it, or if FlyQuest just was not paying attention to their minimap. So hopefully we can get that replay. Let's see. He is going to walk by. Yeah, they see Huni walking straight in and use the ability.
Yeah.
So there's really, that is just them not paying enough attention to the minimap. I'm surprised that not any of the FlyQuest members did notice that, because you really need to have your eyes glued around that Baron buff, especially knowing if your opponents have a Mountain Dragon. Makes pro teams that much more likely to be willing to try to rush it down, and that's a huge advantage now for Clutch.
I mean, if you only have one guy looking at the map, yes, I can understand it as an error. There's only one head. That's what you have. But when you have a full team of 5 players and no one catches it, that is honestly just a really critical mistake that could cost FlyQuest an entire game.
Yeah, I mean, that honestly can decide the game just like that. So we'll see now how Clutch are able to kind of extend their lead with this Baron buff. It is definitely not a death blow just yet, but if they can pick up a ton of gold with this, really extend their gold lead with the Baron power play, that would be enormous for them and perhaps give them the in with the game.
And the easiest way to build those big Baron power plays is standing turret money. We normally talk about, hey, there's free money to be taken when tier 2s are still left alive after you have Baron. This is a tier 1, Azale. This is just a big old loop pinata. Grab your bat and smack it hard. This is how you get yourself some extra economy in the pockets for Clutch Gaming. And there you go, Damonte collecting on that.
Yep, gonna be able to grab that gold for himself, and the team Huni pushing up that top lane. You can see the rest of this Clutch squad is rotating up to the top side. They're going for Viper.
Clutch Gaming all finding their pick, and there you go, a shutdown onto the enemy's solo laner means that they've got themselves their opportunity to push now. It's Pobelter in the bottom side, backing up, trying to get back to the base in time to make this defense happen for the rest of FlyQuest.
Yeah, critical mistakes here, honestly. Viper, the overchase earlier cost him his flash, then going aggressive without knowing where the rest of the Clutch team was. You have no flash to get out of there when they showed up, so he gets knocked down. Clutch are going to likely be able to take down this inhibitor turret. Cody Sun getting hit by a lot of ricochets there from Wild Turtle. did do a very good job actually dissuading that push from continuing. The Sivir really started to come online almost at that 3-item mark, so Turtle has great wave clear, and certainly damage is ramping up.
On the same time, though, Clutch Gaming, look at Damonte, 5-0-1 on this Akali, working on getting that third big item completed. Already has the Gunblade with the completed Morellonomicon, just to make sure that any sort of healing that could come through is not going to change the outcome of him assassinating his target. And I remember when Damonte was popping off last split at the very beginning, he was playing a lot of Galio, and then Galio got nerfed. I specifically remember him tweeting, well, I don't know what to do now, they nerfed Galio. But now, he's playing a bunch of different champions. He's finding success on things like this Akali. And now Viper has slithered himself into a bad spot yet again. There's a snake in the boot of Clutch Gaming, and they will stomp it right back in the dirt. A killing spree for Kobe-san.
Yeah, Viper just so far up without vision. I mean, where's your closest ward, right? You know, is this ward supposed to be protecting you to make that push, right? Like you are so far up with no vision, no idea of where Clutch is, so that is a very risky play. He is going to get punished for it, does get knocked down once again here. Pobelter was pushing on the other side, and sometimes teams are in a position where they feel like, okay, we just need pressure somewhere on the map, someone do something, so maybe that is the call. Hey, Viper, shove that off there. If you get picked off, we'll get something elsewhere, but that didn't really happen. They didn't get vision anywhere. You know, as a result of that, they weren't taking a turret on the other side of the map, so it will just be Clutch getting the kill and likely grabbing this turret here pretty easily. Kobe-san also worth noting, he's on 3 items also. He's really, really strong at this point. Has an additional Brawler's Glove, will be working towards a second Seal item, and he is going to be that late game team fight win condition that we talked about. He has been so good throughout his career for that side.
Yeah, back on Immortal, back on 100 Thieves. But remember, their game split for 100 Thieves in spring split of last year. They made it to the final against Team Liquid, and although they lost that final, they had a very impressive split overall. Kobe-san part of that roster. When Immortals made some big plays back in the LCS before the franchising era, he was being carried Cody's son. Although he has had some pretty bad moments as well. People remember things like some of his plays at Worlds where he wasn't able to perform under pressure. He's still a very talented player, and this could be the exact kind of guy that you need to make competitions like this with.
Yeah, certainly the case, and now having double seal, Essence Reaper as well. As that he's going to be 100% crit, so he's going to be monstrously strong at this point in the game. Every attack will mean so much if he does get any free fire time. He'll be shredding you down with that 100% crit.
Wild Turtle immediately had to pop the ulti in the mid lane. As soon as he saw Lero running at him with the Predator and the Righteous Glory, he was like, nope, don't want anything to do with this one. The Giant spell on Wild Turtle, or not on Wild Turtle, on Lero as well. They're getting tankier. As Cloud Drake is coming up, securing this for Clutch is pretty important. Keeps the movement gap manageable in the fight. Doesn't mean it's 3-0 Cloud being for FlyQuest anymore. And also critically, that Drake was taken 15 seconds or so before the threshold for the next Drake being Elder, so there will still be one more baby Drake before the Elder comes along.
Yeah, we'll see if it's going to be a big one. Along the lines of Infernal will really have their teams. Yeah, so another Infernal does matter a lot. You know, the later you are into the game, it means so much more. That's Game of Dragons. You really want to be fighting for that. Clutch, though, establishing some vision here around the Baron Pit. Not going to spot that ward critically just yet. That Baron Pit here will, the Sweeper actually expires, so they just not really get knowledge of that. We saw how important that was in the early, game days, getting a steal against Optic because of this ward. So they come into play as we go a little further into this. And noting Monte's build kind of has a bit of a mishmash of items, and I'm not sure if you can just grab the large rod for a bit of power now, but the large rod plus plastic one doesn't build into anything. It's not usually completion. So maybe he's just going to make a pit stop or something along the lines of a void staff, and then later on build towards
FlyQuest, although they're not in a completely back-broken type of position, remember this is a team that was dead even with Clutch Gaming, and after Baron playing, they're 4K behind, they're going to lose even more. Cody's stun goes on a rampage, and I really like the way Clutch Gaming is doing this. They're saying, look at the enemy team. You've got an Hourglass, 3 QSSs, and 1 big dude that you can just yoink into the team every single time. It does not matter that this is the support. Recall the grand final from last split, TSM versus Team Liquid. How does Team Liquid come back into a series? They're down 0-2.
powerful. So they take what they can get. You know, they had this early power from Damonte, who has been doing so well. And thus far, Clutch have kind of answered all the questions that we had for them in Champ Select about, can you close out a game? And it's somewhat of a narrow win condition when you don't have a ton of engage, but they're using that engage well. And they got an early lead, which was critical for them. And now, again, second Baron buff this game. We'll see if they can deal any kind of critical damage with it. There is an open inhibitor on the top side, and they may want to just try to group and fight for it.
Lyra does not have the ulti available just yet, but critically, Huni does have that stolen Nautilus ulti still ready to go, which means Clutch Gaming does have engage if they need it. Inhibitor under siege. Huni drops off that Nautilus ultimate, they gets himself back, just making sure FlyQuest isn't able to do more Clutch is running the full 5-man squad. Really gotta respect Turtle and those bouncing boomerangs. Lyra using Righteous Glory, seeing if they can go out with some kind of a play. Has ulti, no flash though, and that means Clutch is inhibit back out.
Yeah, I'd like the call actually to just give up the inhib. Losing your top inhibitor at this point in the game matters almost not at all. I really don't think it's a big deal whatsoever. They're going to use that time for Viper to clear out that mid lane, because losing that second inhibitor is really where you want to try to play. Gives Turtle time as well to go back and complete items, so he is nearing full build. He's now on 4 items, so he's even closer to that. Certainly 2 very high-powered marksmen. They would want to try to defend this second inhibitor. That is the critical one.
There you have another stolen Nautilus ulti for the side of Clutch Gaming, ready to continue to use these as engage or counter-engage as they see fit. Not bothering to set up a 4-1 split with this Baron buff. It would take them a little bit of time to get the victory rate where they need it in bottom side, and they only have a bit over 60 seconds left on the timer, so they want to try to use it and break the speed.
Yeah, they're going to just use that ultimate from the Nautilus to actually push back Pobelter.
Nice damage on the POV, and they're going to go even further in now. Lyra's not able to go further enough to find himself a hold of. FlyQuest still can't do anything in retaliation. The Lux shields are keeping these health bars in such good shape.
Yeah, that was honestly a great play. Utilizing the stolen Nautilus ultimate plus the Lux ultimate across onto Pobelter just pushes him back off the tower. That allows them to just walk forward, knock down the inhibitor tower, take a second inhibitor here, and they're going to have the reset with plenty of time to get back for this Infernal Dragon. So looking very, very good, and I think it was honestly a pretty smart decision to be looking for that 5v5 because of the strong engage on the side of FlyQuest. If you try to walk up in a 4v5, the ability to pop Sivir ultimate, Nautilus ultimate, and find a fight is still there for FlyQuest, and they still have some very strong members who are scaling into this late game.
They're getting there, but they are up against that 6-item full build now, Xayah. The Sylas getting there. Damonte still needs to buy a little bit more here for the Akali, but with the Infernal Drake going down, that's even more damage in the back pocket for Clutch Gaming. They've got 2 inhibitors already gone, means everybody can focus their attention onto this bottom lane. Baron power play times out just shy of 2,500 gold. However, with the 2 inhibitors down, you won't even really need the Baron as much to take this third one. You just have to play it right and play it patiently.
Yeah, exactly. You just need to play it very patiently. Pobelter, if he could win this 1v1, would be huge, but he's getting crushed right now. Does get out with his life. Damonte dropping the ultimate and gunblade. Pobelter is able to survive, but will have to be sent back to base. And without the Baron buff, you should be able to wave there pretty effectively. You do have the Sivir. Probably one of the best, if not the best, in this type of a situation. So we'll see if Huni, with the stolen ultimate, can try to pull off the same type of play that they did in the mid lane to zone them off the turret and buy them time to step forward.
The important part is the top and mid waves are now crashing. The minions making their way into the base of FlyQuest means Clutch Gaming has a little bit more room to work with, as Turtle's attention will not be solely focused on the bottom lane. As they arrive in the bottom side. Luckily for FlyQuest, the waves are not colliding in a synchronized way. And Lyra once again will be going to the roll onto JJ. They're not going to grab the kill this time. Lyra goes into the top one, still going to be keeping himself alive, but not for long. Viper gets the kill. He goes into a stasis of his own, but has to pop the QSS.
Oh.
It is a 1 for nothing. That was the other side of the pull to support point. If he's not isolated enough, you immediately get punished.
Yeah, exactly. Certainly the punish did come through in that situation. Nautilus, I believe, had already gotten his ultimate off before getting pulled, so Zeke's was procced, so he has the aftershock from that CC landing. He's going to be tougher to knock down in that sort of a spot, and without the Baron buff, the wave clear is pretty trivial. They want to make an aggressive play here, perhaps to try to take down this turret, but as they step forward, Huni, the hook comes in from JJ, he drops the ultimate. See, the ultimate was timed before the Scar ult came out, so aftershock really helping to keep him alive. Turtle getting a ton of damage down, and then you can actually proccing on Cody-san plus a Boomerang Blade. That's about 80% of his health from just that.
Yeah. That's why Cody can't go anywhere too close to these fights.
Gotta be careful.
Unless Lyra is gift wrapping him a couple of kills. But unfortunately for the side of Clutch Gaming, it didn't play out the way they were hoping right there. You can see Lyra with the Kindle Gem in inventory, probably going for that Warmog as the next completed item. Make sure if he does absorb that poke, it's not going to see him.
Yeah, and Sivir just about 6 items, really, at this point in the game. So, Turtle going for a very expensive build. Has a lot of AD in this build and will also be sitting on 100% crit when he does complete that final item. They're going to be looking very, very powerful at this point in the game. Clutch still have the run of the map with these multiple inhibitors being knocked down. The Baron has respawned. They're going to use the Realm Warp to go straight in.
They're Realm Warping right into the Baron pit and burning it down. There's no way FlyQuest can even contest it. It's too much damage. A very nice play from Clutch.
Yeah, that was just great from them, pushing up mid lane, making sure that Fly is not in a position to answer, and then just Realm Warp straight into that Baron pit, burn it down. FlyQuest will remain on the defensive here, and now with this Baron buff, it becomes so much harder to defend these turrets. Without Baron buff, really one Boomerang Blade and Ricochet kills the whole wave. But when they do have the Baron buff, it's so much harder for Sivir to knock it down. It becomes really, really difficult at this point in the game to be able to manage all the waves here with multiple waves coming in with a Baron buff. You can see that they have set up in this 1-3-1 type of scenario. Waves being pushed up on all sides.
Cody's son, Vulcan, and Lyra getting ready to continue pressuring on the remaining tier 3. CC going out onto Pobelter, taking him down to half HP. He has to get away. Predator's still popped by Lyra. He makes his way down to the bottom lane as well, and inhibitors are exposed. Mid lane will respawn here in only a moment, but all three likely to drop very rapidly. Centaur below half HP. Lyra's able to find himself a pull, only on the support once more, still looking to bring him down, and JJ is gone. FlyQuest are in a 4v5. FlyQuest base is getting destroyed, and Clutch Gaming seem to have this one on lock. All they need to do is put these final 4 nails in the coffin. Can they get the kill for the side of FlyQuest? Vulcan goes into the station, keeping himself alive. Phobos is going to be brought down, and FlyQuest seemingly just cannot find a way in. The engage is not there, the health is not there, and Clutch Gaming will take FlyQuest down. They'll pad their stats on the way out. Why do it if you can't look good at the same time? GG! Clutch Gaming takes the win.
And Clutch Gaming with another win here, improving to 3-3. FlyQuest will slip to 1-5 on the split, not the start that they wanted. With so much credit here, I think, deserved by Damonte, really a big difference maker for the team. They had a fairly narrow win conditions, but they played it out very, very well. Their solos were having a huge impact. And Lyra, there was so much pressure on him to find the right engages, to make things happen, really as the only form of engage on the team, that he was constantly finding these picks on JJ. Didn't seem like FlyQuest really had an answer.
And FlyQuest, I mean, they're tied for last in the LCS now. They're there with Echo Fox and 100 Thieves. As we said coming into this game, it's a cause for concern now. Starting off, this was a team that you didn't have the same explanation for while the strength of schedule was difficult. Clutch Gaming was 2-3 going into this, so FlyQuest definitely a lot of work to do. But Clutch Gaming, man, Damonte finishing this game with no deaths. Cody's son finishing this game with no deaths. But when I'm looking at the game, my player of the game has got to be Huni, who is just constantly stealing his ultimates, zoning people away, becoming such a threat in these fights. 1-1 and 11 on the Sylas. He had all but 1 kill participation in the game. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he did a really, really good job. And it's certainly something that he was using very creatively to kind of solve some of their engage problems, right? When they didn't have necessarily the same siege, not a super long range marksman, well, steal the Nautilus Ult, drop the Nautilus Ult, and the Lux Ult to zone people off the turrets. Nautilus Ult does a ton of damage when you have that much AP, so they were able to find really creative solutions, I think, to some of their problems with their composition, and they're making it look good.
Well, Clutch Gaming has hit that .500 mark, and for more on their win today, Obli standing by for an interview. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. Huni, congratulations on the win. That was a super fun game to watch. What did you think about the game and your performance today?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, that was a really fun to watch the game, but for the player, it was kind of like, oh, why can we not finish it? But I was like, actually, like, we had some mistakes, but like, I think I'm pretty satisfied with what we did because we actually won and we figured out like how should we end up the game, and then we got got like net like easily like with the setups or like everything was pretty good. I think every teammates are pretty satisfied with our performance what we did.
Well, tell me a little bit about the state of the team because you guys had a rough week 1 start, great week 2, and then now like a consistent week 3.
Yeah, I mean, we've shown kind of like everything that like probably like what was like our weaknesses and then what was like our like strongest. Like there's every team's like started perma-banning versus me like Rumble, those stuff. Like I don't really know, but that's just like really good things that like we actually shown. And then they're like, oh, they're really scared. Oh, if only get Rumble, like oh, what we should do, like kind of that stuff. Like I think it was like really pretty good, but it's pretty sad that like we could have played way better for the first week, which is like we went 0-2, but I think it's still pretty fine. From there, we actually learned a lot as a team, and we figured out what was our problem, and like all the mistakes and stuff. Like that's why we shown on the week 2 really stronger. And week 3, we had a just like bad game last yesterday, and then we're gonna be stronger, even stronger towards the playoff.
And it's good to be scared of you. But later on today, you and Vulcan are going to be joining Freak on Cooldown. We're gonna have some fun mini games for you. Are you excited for that?
I mean, as you guys see, like for example, like kind of science bit, kind of like I'm really strong for like mini games, like so I can't speak for that.
Mini game master, you can't bail you out in that. Congratulations again on the win, and for more on the game review from the State Farm Analyst Desk.
Thank you very much, Aubrey. I as well am very excited for the mini games, but Clutch moving to a smooth 500 record at 3-3, while the struggles continue for FlyQuest here on the outset of the summer split, now 1-5. But this game was exciting because not only was there a lot of early action, with some playmaking solo laners, we also had that fun little lane swap, so a lot of craziness coming from all directions.
Yeah, you heard Huni kind of talk about how it was probably not that fun to play in. We enjoyed it. He sounded pretty stressed out about it because it was pretty back and forth. And it was a very scrappy game early on. I mean, Demonte got his flash force, fell 20 CS behind, and was actually in a pretty big deficit, but did a really good job clawing back in this game and having a fantastic college performance.
Yeah, he did a really good job getting back a lot of his kills in some of the scrappy fights. And there's this big role here. This was a big turning point for him, especially. He got 2 out of it. He's able to get around in the shroud, use his ultimate to escape and get the execute, so he survived after it.
Yeah, the fact that he lived after that was pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, and eventually they do have a pretty good pick team comp too, with the Lux Skarner and a fair amount of burst damage from their solo laner, so they can try and find these bindings on their turrets, and of course you have FlyQuest trying to engage and contest that. A bit of a weird pick for Santorin, that Elise. I still feel like he hasn't found his champion pool quite like he had last split.
I'm a big fan of Elise, actually. And one of the things when I was studying LEC for upcoming Rift Rivals, like they have this huge priority on it. I think it's super strong right now, especially in high yellow solo queue. It's picked all the time. Really good at snowballing, but for some reason in the LCS, not many of our teams are looking to play that way. So I
Except for Santorin. And nothing you've said is contested.
So I do think that it is maybe a separate issue that you triggered in my mind, Mark, but I really do think that more teams should be looking to embrace Elise, and these AP jungglers, so many of them can be so good.
I think it's fair to defend the pick as a pick, but then still have criticisms for it in the hands of Santorin, because one of the things that we, kind of lauded FlyQuest for all throughout the spring split was their macro play and their decision-making around objectives and ability to converge on 5v5s, set 5v5s up. But a lot of that seems to have fallen to the wayside this time around, forfeiting a Baron at one point just because they weren't in position to contest at all.
And it didn't feel like they even were respecting the fact Clutch didn't think about it, because they kind of saw Huni walk into the pit and they were saying, no, they're not going for it. And they just lose the Baron out of nowhere. They were 3-3 at the end of week 3 last split, finished 4th place. And they just looked like they've taken a gigantic step backwards in spring. It's super disappointing.
Yesterday when we had Countdown, we were talking about FlyQuest and their losses, and we said if they keep on losing, then it's time to panic. Well, they
1-5
are continuing to lose here, and it's not looking very good.
Are you panicked though? Is it time to panic on Kobe's panic?
I have pretty low blood pressure. It takes a lot to make me
Okay, so
panic.
all right. So we'll wait for week 4 then, and we'll have to see.
Week
if
7,
blood
Kobe, there's
pressure
the one in
there. We already mentioned it, Mark. You already mentioned it. Demonte was a star performer in this game in particular. After a very rough start, put up an extraordinarily impressive scoreline. Did not die once, even after that blown flash and going down in lane
seeing him on the Akali back when he had that great Galio performance in the spring that you heard Cat talk about. He also had some good Akali performances. She was a lot more powerful then, but it shows that he still understands the champion quite well. So I'm excited to see him giving these kind of champions that have their own agency.
Yeah, I did think that he is one of these stars to nurture. North American talent they've been trying to build up, and it does, take a while to get more champions into that same pool where you're nurturing as much as these ones, but it is growing.
Yeah, 0-2, 2-0, 1-1 for Clutch Gaming brings them to 3-3 at the end of week 3. Game 5 has Golden Guardians versus Counterlogic Gaming. If you want to put a microscope on that matchup, pick up the premium viewing experience at Riot.com/ProView. Get access to player POVs and a host of stats. Track every moment throughout Game 5. Meet us back here for Golden Guardians versus CLG after this.
Vulcan the target. He doesn't have the ability to get himself away like the Zaya does, and that's first blood over to FlyQuest. Tor going to be kept alive only for a moment, pulled back into his doom. Lyra now going to be the target. Flashing away, but he will not survive. The pursuit from Viper is there. He has some fancy feet to try to get himself away. Lyra goes underneath the turret, but instead he's going to be killed along with his target.
And he's gonna flash too. Right, go flash. And the flash crash.
It's correct.
Nice man. Okay, jump on flash. Come there. End the game. Nice. GG. Let's go.
There are multiples on the table. One is cash for your FHA, one is VA. So what can you do?
She's saying a whole lot of people want to buy this house. But you got this. It can be as simple as push button get mortgage. Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans, America's largest mortgage lender.
jungle, Froggen at mid, Zenry and Ole bottom lane and support, and Coach Jimmy.
Facing them on the red side today, it's going to be Counter Logic Gaming. In the top lane, Ruin, the jungle, Wiggly, mid laner Power People, bot and support will be 6A and Mile Frost, Coach Logan.
CLG have looked like a completely different team this split, and while it's easy to point to the division in the top lane, you can't gloss over how impactful Wiggly has been in the jungle.
Yeah, I think he's been the interesting catalyst, right? He has been that playmaker for the squad, and it's really helpful that he's working so well with Ruin, who has, I think, been great in teamfights later in the game. He has really kind of plugged into the team very, very effectively.
Now, the question that we have to pose is, can this new look for CLG match up against the team who came into today tied for first in the Golden Guardian?
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely a big question. A large part of the Golden Guardian's success has been Froggen. He was a monster yesterday on the Lux. But Golden Guardians aren't flawless, right? Their bot lane, I think, still has some questionable moments. I think, both of the non-Tom Kench games for Olay have not looked nearly as good as the 3 Tom Kench wins. And I think if CLG were to pick up one area to attack, it's the bottom.
And we've seen them have some success in that bottom lane. CLG has been kind of following the counter logic strategy of doing what they think is right as opposed to what everybody else is doing. We saw them play this at full damage team fight AoE mess of a composition that blows you up against TSM when they had to fight the Soda Terric. Unfortunately, the TSM comp was really good against that, but it's still a different strategy than what most were trying. And I like seeing CLG take these aggressive type of bottom lanes. We saw Biofrost on side, and we've seen him on YouTube, but it doesn't get damage. I want to continue to see CLG innovate.
Yeah, exactly. I think that in all 3 CLG wins, you can look at the bot lane and say, wow, they had a good performance. The Yuumi Sivir game was great. The Lux and Caitlyn were critical in taking down TL with their CG tower. Yesterday, Zaya Rakan, another very strong performance. So these guys have been very, very important for the squad. And when CLG bottom lane is doing well, CLG is winning. So we'll see if they can find that same sort of success, because Golden Guardians, despite the fact that they did win yesterday, they were really struggling to win that bottom lane 2-2, down nearly 100 CS on the later in the game. Nautilus and Ole haven't done quite a lot on that pick, and this was a win against just 100 Thieves, who is one of the lowest teams in the state.
Counter Logic Gaming fans, first to tell you, you gotta be careful not to have too much faith in the team, or else both gets a little rocky. So we'll see if CLG can pull it off. The bands are locked in. It's Sona, Tom Kench, and Aatrox banned out by CLG. You love seeing that Tom Kench banning against the Golden Guardians, unless you are a Golden Guardians fan, in which case it's a bummer, and you hate to see it. While the Golden Guardians will take out the Yuumi, the Sylas, and the Rumble. First pick that I know.
Yeah, the Aurelia, we have not seen this for a couple weeks. I do believe for them, first week, Froggen did bring it out, looked great on it. So certainly wasn't a pick that in the past he really was. Froggen played 0 times last year, brought it out, looked great. We'll see if Haunter is going to be someone who can also play it, because it is one of those picks where I do think it requires a tremendous amount of mastery of the champion to really be worth bringing out. The skill floor is essentially very, very low.
Yeah, champion is one of those that you can make a really cool montage out of, or you can flip the Benny Hill in your behind and have a different kind of montage.
I mean, when you fail your Q resets on minions, that alone is like, well, I guess we're done here.
You watch, there's 2 kinds of Irelia. There's the Irelia that dashes 7 times to clear the entire wave, and then there's the Irelia that dashes once, flashes his mastery, and sits on the turret while you float. We'll see which one ends up being played
one
here
is always on
today.
my team.
Counter Logic Gaming, they're going to lock themselves in some spell power here with Rise and Lux both being picked up today.
Yeah, Jimmy Biofrost, third play of the Lux. One of the guys who's picking this up very early on. Definitely did bring out the Drake yesterday. We're going to get it again today. There was so much attention on that bottom lane from them yesterday. We saw 100 Team was constantly going down to that bottom lane, looking to attack over and over and put that Drake behind. We'll see if CLG is going to have a similar strategy.
What do you want to take with it, Golden Guardians? You want to pursue the support, or give them more dance towards it? Looks like they're going to go for jungle instead.
Yeah, that's the one I was really going to point out, because we don't grab said one there. Very likely Jiggly will. Wiggly has been really proficient on this champion. It has risen so high in priority. That being said, Blindside Wani means jungle is the answer. Was really, really strong kick into it. You are seeing that aftershock Sejuani, as well as the front across that massive armor and MR.
Smithy mentioned it on Twitter earlier. There has been that application that we've seen, I believe he said it was LCK, with Hail of Blades, Sejuani taken specifically into Trundle to give her more healing power early on, and also prevent Aftershock from bonking her on the head against the Trundle Ultimate. Well, we'll see if we get that sort of a tech choice coming out from the Golden Guardians with RP to see.
Yeah.
But as we're in the second part of the dance, let's see what we're targeting here. Golden Guardians say, hey, we don't want you playing a super long range, super safe, super annoying AD carry with Caitlyn, ban that one away. Get the support ban from CLG, looking towards that fresh from Ole, as well as banning out the reflection of Molly. One more to go for Golden Guardians.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see Golden Guardians go to something like the Nautilus. That is what they brought out yesterday. I do think you generally want to play a very aggressive option alongside the Draven. Try to really make sure you're getting it done. Simmer brings some work. Alongside the Bug, we've seen them have that power brought out in the past. You want to go safe, Ezreal's still available, but Ezreal and Draven have such a sad matchup that you are seeding all lane potential. You can go something like Xayah, is kind of more middle of the road. You will have the ability to avoid some of the engage, like Sejuani, but Ezreal, Lux, this is going to mean it's all about the poke. It really feels like, though, for the most part, you are going to be seeding lane control completely. Draven can be very, very powerful into Ezreal, especially alongside strong lane support. Get that Guardians, and could be the fight. It would be a very exciting one, but Nautilus does feel a lot more likely, so that is going to be the lock in here.
We almost got the exciting underwater support. Instead, we got the more typical, more meta underwater support. Lots of CC potential coming out there, as the Eco is locked in together.
Yep, should be going top for Monster. Mostly where we are seeing Eco these days. Could be on hit, could be AP. Might will just depend on what the answer of the top lane will be. Get the Victor here. Victor seems to have a quite a good matchup into Eco. Feels like more of a PoE pick. That's kind of one of his specials. So Rise for Ruin. That is something that's very well known in the TCL for carrying his teams into play-in with this pick. Heavy on the split push when he does play the Rise. At least he has been in the past. We'll see if any adaptations are made there. Still some time to swap these two picks around on the side of CLG. Again, Victor is a very good matchup into Nico, so could be going up to Ruin. But Power of Evil, really, that has been his specialty. So it would be surprising to see it go, I think.
3, 2, 1. All right, last second switch. Yep, go with the champion.
Huey almost never plays his Rise, I feel like. It's pretty rare for him to actually bring that out. He's much more a fan of the Oriannas, the Victors, this sort of thing.
Yeah, I think, was it you that I had this conversation with last time where we were talking about the difference between picking for the better matchup and picking for the champion you're better at? Because at the end of the day, I would rather have a guy who has 20 CS less at the end of lane phase, but knows his champion inside and out.
Yeah, totally. I don't think it is a counter matchup if you're not great at the champion too. When you come to the pro level, you have to be mastering your champion for these matchups to even matter whatsoever. Victor does not help you with missing all your lasers. Victor's not doing much for you in that situation.
No, sir. Fire the laser the wrong way. Gets some minions. Unlucky. At least he finds the wave, but that's not going to be the case here. Power of Evil on the Victor. We've seen him play this champion plenty of times before. We can pop off here in this game, too. It's the last match of the day from main LCS teams. Stick around afterwards because we are going to be having an Academy Showcase match as well. But first, it's Golden Guardians and CLG going head-to-head here. Golden Guardians could remain tied for first if they win the game here. However, if CLG takes the win, they'll tie the Golden Guardians.
That would be a big move for CLG, who hasn't really been very successful with the LCS over the last couple of years. They have been struggling, have been kind of falling on these hard times. CLG fans really want to see them rise back up. Moving forward, too, would be a really good start.
And as we're waiting for the game itself to start here, as we're waiting for the game to spawn, we got Pastry Time standing by with a sideline report with Jimmy.
Thank you very much. That's right. And here are the Golden Guardians head coach Jimmy. Jimmy, real straightforward question for you. Draft seems pretty standard for me, but this is an opportunity for Golden Guardians to take sole possession of first. Did you put your team in a good position to do so?
I think I put our team in a really good position to stop this game. But ultimately, it's just about us kind of getting comfortable with winning our drafts. So I'm pretty confident with what we picked.
Well, so far so good. Good luck with the rest of the game. Back to you guys at the desk for the call.
All right, confidence from the coach. That's the first step. That's what I like to see. I never want to see an interview where the coach is like, yeah, I think it went okay.
Oh God, dude,
Dude,
that pick. What was I thinking?
Immediate regret. But no, as long as he's comfortable with it, the boys from the Golden Guardians should be in a pretty good spot here. As we see everybody start traveling again.
Lane swaps.
Yeah, we got some lane swaps here. Ruin and Froggen going head-to-head in the top lane. Worth pointing out that the Sejuani is the aftershock. There's not going to be any sort of improv there. We're going to a ton of stats by finding those ultimates.
Yeah, and Aurelia, especially in the top lane, considered a very good match into Rise. Your ability to do those extended trades and actually chase down on Rise, especially in Pro 6, very easy to force summoners from that Rise, who's going to play this very, very defensive. Like, on that really interesting. I'm not sure if the
I think they're bugged because the
probably reverse.
Yeah,
that's
so glacial
so
on
should be glacial on. So either way, it should be AP Nico.
There's no spatial log when I wrote it.
Yeah. So that's definitely what happened there. So it will be AP Nico. Certainly can answer up or empower Nico. And I always do find these things kind of interesting because there are differences in between playing mid and top in the way Ward and the timing to worry about ganks. So we'll see how comfortable these guys look playing that lane swap style.
And I do like seeing after nerf to one range away from the better one. They have to have the biggest playmaking potential, especially in North America.
Yeah, we're seeing Monster kind of very bad this after. Last time we saw him, he was on, and he was up massively as far as the CS was concerned, but wasn't really able to make anything happen. And I think that was actually his clutch. Zach Game playing up against really not able to sort of get any sort of major edge. So this time it's going to be more about team fight. It's the Super Soaker and Spooky Ghost come through. You are allowing yourself to hit those slows, passive slows, make it easy to find the route, find that. There's a lot of kind of AoE power in this team fight. Also, you have the Nautilus ultimate, you follow up with AoE Nico ultimate, Sensi coming with their Draven ultimate layered over top. So a lot of dialogue, initial power in that kind of first punch, I would say, from Golden Guardians. But Wiggly looking for a lane gang here. Actually, no, it does actually just gotta go around side.
Down for the river here. We'll see if we can get the normal gang happen. We've done a control ward. We've got himself in the prison. Froggen with a flash away, but Wiggly's flashing after him. They're looking to commit to this one, and first blood with the CLG.
Yeah, able to take down that kill. No ward for Golden Guardians in the river. They had no way of really knowing that this was coming. They actually elected to use that trinket on a lane ward. Despite the fact that Conquer kept it up there, swept out a ward of his own. There was no vision on this coming in, and Rune kind of walks forward. They get the flash early on, but it's a full commit to it. Wiggly flashing in. Chilling Smite already available. Gets the kill, and we've been talking about how Wiggly has been doing so well for the team recently. And that is another really big kill for him. Froggen was usually, I mean, there's still some farm here to pick up. He's going to double the CS, basically, of Rune. So that is an important kill to get. Taking those summoners off the Froggen, moving a little bit of pressure from Rune, and potentially protecting from what could have been a kill at 6.
Ruin also going for some more immediate power that he's going to be receiving in those live choice. We're not going for that here. As bottom side Bioprocess forces flash and heal. Keeping himself alive just barely ignited.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of one of those problems when you are playing with Ezreal is what is Ezreal really going to do on the trade back? You know, Ezreal this early on, there's not a ton of threat coming back, right? So, you know, Bioprocess doesn't have any super strong marksman that's going to be able to push them off it. If you do go in for that engage, your Ezreal could not threaten the Nautilus because you shield with Aftershock Frog. So you can constantly look for these sorts of fights, and now Wiggly caught out.
Oh, Wiggly, you are in a bad spot, my friend. That's Golden Guardian like that.
Yeah, nice little roam up. Wiggly, remember, committed the flash on that top lane fight. Does get punished for it there. Had no way to escape. And Golden Guardians battling back here. There's still quite a lot of gold up, despite the first blood going to CLT. Because of a massive farm advantage in the top lane, farm advantage in the mid lane, and now getting killed back up there.
How this happens here. As you can see, they saw Wiggly going in the fog, and then
whoops, no way out of that one. Feels bad for Olay, miscooked, no assist for you. laser kill. And things gotta be pretty frustrating here for Froggen again. When he had this huge individual lead, he's still way ahead as far as the farm goes, but does go down once more. Kill goes here to Ruin. So let's watch this. Froggen sitting pretty healthy on the HP, but this trade was really, really big. Knocking him down to about 40% HP. Ruin hitting all of his combos. The stun not able to connect. This one flashed away there from Froggen. Then it is down to Haunter, who wants to try to get both the kills. You'll notice he holds onto his root until after Ruin is dead. Ruin goes down. He still has the root available, looking to try to peel. Hit that onto Power Beetle, then preemptively drops the ult. Knowing Power Beetle may be going forward, so trading back very effectively here. Power Beetle just barely not able to get that kill with the laser. He does go down below the summoner. Maybe leave a target on his head. More contracts and perhaps even a leg to make him roll over and try to take down that. Target control starting right now.
Great. You see the opportunity to go for some big power. That it'll help you scale later on. When you have so many damage dealers in your head, go to your victory. Your rise, easy click up there, no contest. That's like that.
I think we're feeling pretty good about that. I mean, that is one of the benefits of drafting 4 million power here. There's no way to be able to luxury contract test, especially when Lux doesn't apply.
But the important thing I noticed before the side of CLG, look at farm, 180 there. It's actually a very small piece, 168, in a lane where you should get 5. And as you said, cede all control over to the Draven, you're farming up this farm.
Yeah, and the CS are pretty very, very good. You know, they've been willing to essentially cede all lane pressure, but have them farm well. You know, Olay, as we remember earlier, was part of the rumble quickly. He is now rumbling again up to this mid lane. They have full control in the river. You'll notice all of this vision along here. They have a deep ward as well over in this area. So that is really what they are getting from their bot lane. Dragon, that control, that sort of power, but it hasn't really shown itself in any sort of a farmer day.
Bodies moving up the top lane here yet again. This time, it's Golden Guardian striking first as lots of CC pours in. Ruin still walking away until Haunter finishes them off at the very end. What?
This is a great engage there from Contract. No hesitation. Before it fails the ultimate, and they do take down Ruin, so going to be able to grab that kill from the top. They will sacrifice the play mid lane as well as some of their farm, so it's a total goal going to Golden Guardian. Not as massive of a difference on the back of that play. When you consider that the Blue lost their overall, and will be holding that line down. Already have to win.
I mean, 60 farm to 95 farm. I think tells the entire story of the top lane so far. The lane swap paying off here to the bottom side. Oh, definitely nearly killed off. 100 HP remains. Quickly's moving in, and now they're trying to take down Olay, who tries to flash out, but the follow-up is there.
Yeah, really nice combo there from the CLG bottom lane. You hit the binding, you get the Lux ult, the Ezreal ult, they almost have to zero deathly, and then Grundle comes in with the pillar, and they're able to take down Olay. Great gank again here from Wiggly, and Grundle is so good at knocking down turrets. Your chomp damage fully works on the turret and his auto attack reset, so with that plus the frozen to main attack speed, even as fully tanked Grundle, if you are able to pull off that sort of kill, you get incredible damage on the turret. So here this is one more time. The binding, like, you know, the fog. You'll see some players try to pick for the binding on attacks where it's going to land. Looks like he just got him straight out of vision. Ezreal ult, Lux ult, binding comes through. Very well done
gotta rise. You're not hurting.
Yeah, honestly, oh, we're gonna have another fight on top lane, so that can wait.
Does not stop as Ruin's now under some pressure. Froggen looking to finish off this dive, but he's gonna be outplayed and requires Contracts to show up and clean it up.
Yeah, I thought Froggen would have backed off there, but he's going in for it. Ole now looking for the fight. TV's coming in.
Wiggly on the front lines, but he's tanking up very well as Ole's taken down. Haunter trying to find somebody with a pop loss and instead has to flash over the wall to stay alive. And CLG comes out on top.
Yeah, CLG punching back there. Ruin with a pretty sick play. Froggen has been crushing it in the farm, but not so much in these 1v1. Now Wiggly in trouble.
Oh, CLG sticks around too long. They're thinking, hey, we won the fight. We got the 2-for-1 overall. But they stick around too far. They go up towards that bush. Wiggly gets caught out with no ulti, and he's gone.
Yeah, such a crazy game thus far. Really, really active. So much fighting across the map. Froggen certainly a catalyst for a lot of it. But has been mostly on the receiving end of these fights. Despite his really big farm advantage. And the gold is pretty much even between the Rise and his Aurelia because Ruin picked up a couple kills.
Well, feeling pretty good about where he's at right now, even though the tier was delayed early on because he wanted to go for the Lost Chapter to just have some more direct power. He's still stacking up. He's got the Archangel Staff. Means he's going to get to that Seraph's Embrace before too much longer. Let's take another look at how he outplayed here.
Yep, here this is one more time. Q reset on the minion, lands the stun, hits the ultimate. And this is just a little bit of overconfidence, perhaps not quite calculating how much shielding there would be from Ruin. You know, Ruin flashing forward, follows the flash, gets the kill. Contracts, though, comes in, cleans that up. Then Ole looking for the engage. The teleport is so fast from 6A. Biofrost is already here. Power of Evil is in the area. CLG just makes this collapse happen so damn fast and are able to send Golden Guardians back.
And when you face check Ole and he initiates on you and procs his Aftershock and you subjugate those resistances, all of a sudden, Wiggly's comfortable sitting there tanking that up for all the 5 seconds or whatever that was, knowing he won't.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely going to be feeling pretty comfortable in that spot. And Lux comes in with the shield. Ezreal arrives with the teleport. Some great team play here early on from CLG. You can see very early sword boots already for 6A. So going to be looking for a lot of heavy poke. He already has that Manamune complete, Sorcerer Shoes, and a Sheen. So the poke going to be ramping up pretty heavily. That in combination with the poke kind of zoning of that Lux can be pretty annoying. And this is similar to the strategy that they used against TL. It was a Caitlyn instead of the Ezreal, but they utilized the gravity field from Victor as well as the Lucid Singularity, that E from Lux, to actually kind of make these zones of control around a turret and then walk forward and siege on it.
It's so much zone control. It forces your opponent into an impossible spot where they either can't move or they have to move directly into something that makes them lose the fight. As now, CLG is looking to fight here yet again. Contracts stacking up on the front line. Wiggly going to be doing the same. Biofrost in the stasis, keeping himself alive. Wiggly's taken down. Damage coming in, but it's going to be going to both sides as Haunter goes on a killing spree. Biofrost will take down Ole, but he falls himself. It's 1 for 2. Golden Guardians come out on top.
Yeah, the jungler is down. Contract's very, very low. Maybe able to be forced to actually smite for health here. They're on this Rift Herald, but it's a pretty dangerous attempt still.
Stixxay coming in from the side. Froggen zoning him out for now, but with Contracts only at 300 HP, this is still early enough in the game. There's no such thing as a Warmogs for Sejuani. CLG scares Golden Guardians off.
Yeah, well done there by CLG, recognizing the power that they had with the low health on Contracts. No ultimate on him, no ultimate on Nico. They knew they could step up, even down numbers, and prevent that Rift Herald from going down. But it is Golden Guardians back up to his top side, working on the turret here. Definitely is Froggen trying to knock this down.
A little more damage will do it. There you go. Last couple auto attacks taken down. And that is the first turret not falling until 16 minutes into the game as well. It's been a little bit of a journey to get to that one this time around. But it does put Golden Guardians about 2,000 gold ahead of their opponents. Froggen, definitely, Contracts, everybody's hanging out in the pit. Shelly's getting smacked around, a little bit more damage comes through. No smite available for Contracts, but nobody around in CLG to steal that one away, and that's another objective going away to the Golden Guardian.
Yeah, I think they use this to try to crack a turret here around mid lane, but here's this play one more time. Notice Nico is actually trailing the Victor, so Contracts throws his ultimate to the side to try to set up actually for Haunter. That forced out Power of Evil's flash, making him play quite defensively. Then in comes Nico onto Biofrost. He's going to get knocked down. Biofrost, though, channeling that ultimate before getting CC'd up, does at least trade one back, knocking down Ole.
Monster with the first one of the 2 critical active items done with the Super Soaker. Still waiting to get the second one completed there with the Snoop Ghost. Once you've got that, that Glacial Augment build really comes online and you can start enabling yourself to find those picks and control more of the map, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's such a critical point. I was going to bring that up. It's really, really nice for actually scouting out. You want to evade and ward? Well, you just pop Snoop Ghost. You actually are able to get a good idea if people are around there. And then you can walk forward and get that vision. It really is such so much utility from that, not only for the engage, but for retreating and also scouting out your opponent.
Golden Guardians have decided mid lane is now the target. Shelly summoned up outside the tier 1. Turret's still very healthy though, so Golden Guardians will have to commit to this if they want to make this push successful. Power of Evil throwing down the gravity field to try to buy a little bit of time. Turret down to 1/4 HP. Chaos Storm also going to be keeping Golden Guardians at bay, and CLG holds the line.
Yep, are able to defend that turret, but it is a stiff breeze away from going down, so they can come back and likely knock that down here pretty soon. Now looking to perhaps make a collapse on Ruin. Staying a little bit long, but too far enough back that he can get out of there. Oh, he's actually on a ward, so if he stuck around, he would have gone down there, but
yeah,
we'll be able to get out.
Aware of that one, making sure that Ruin gets all the way back, deny him from any farm if they can, and set Froggen up to continue farming. Although Froggen has the lead he had earlier on in the game of about 25 to 30 CS, that bleeding has been staunch. It's not like this is getting worse and worse. It's not like Ruin is still at half Froggen's CS. But now on the bottom side is Wiggly, who's the target. Golden Guardians looking to make the 4-man dive happen. Switching aggro now over to Ruin, who flashes out of the way. Vanguard's edge comes through. Flash away from Wiggly. He says, see ya, buddy. Nothing I can do. And Golden Guardians get themselves a kill and a turn.
Yeah, really nice 4-man play there from the Golden Guardians on the bottom side. Some of these plays have been backfiring, but they are not backing down. They're continually looking to posture aggressively, to threaten for these plays, and I think that is such a smart way to do it. You don't want to just get scared off because you've had a few deaths on Froggen. You know you're at a really strong point in the game with this Triforce, so look for those fights, posture aggressively, and they're doing just that.
And I mean, who's really going to stop you? If you look at the side of CLG, you've got 4 targets that you want to dive onto, and a Trundle that doesn't have any real control CC for an Irelia. You have a pillar that she can dash over, big deal. So if Froggen can find the opportunities and the entrances in these fights, he could have a pop-off.
Yeah, he certainly can. It's going to be more about Rune Prison, and if you can get the Rune Prison, then that guarantees binding, then that guarantees gravity field. You start to really get frustrated by some of that chain CC. We'll see if he feels like he needs to go into a QSS as a result of that, but I think if you're playing side lane, it's not really necessary. But it is going to require CLG to be coordinated on layering that CC because he has Merc Treads and he'll get out of one fairly easy.
Yeah, if you can manage to get out of one, you can get out of the subsequent ones. Like you said, only that Rune Prison is going to be targeted. When Irelia dashes around all over the place getting resets, it's pretty difficult to land bindings, to land those gravity wells. But CLG still doing a pretty good job for themselves here so far. Down about 2,500 gold though. It is an uphill battle here against the Golden Guardians. One of those teams that, like we said, tied for first place coming into today. The best start this team has ever had for a split.
And I like some of these build choices here. Looking over on the side of Golden Guardians, you have that Warmog's now complete for Sejuani. You have the early Bloodthirster here for Deathly. The poke targets become kind of few and far between, right? If you are depending on harassing people down with Victor lasers and Ezreal and Lux and utilizing this to kind of push them back, well, that's 2 members now who already basically don't care about that at all.
Yeah, I mean, what are you going to do to Sejuani with this Warmog?
Unless
it's 100-0, it's not really anything at all. Power of Evil will continue pushing up into the top side. Contracts will not find the ulti he's looking for onto Ruin. They want to zone him away, but the CC will stop the Realm War.
Yeah, not going to be able to get out of that one. No flash available. Doesn't really even matter if any of the CC hits when you have 4 members. Nautilus passive auto will stop you from getting out of there. So again, 4-man play on the bottom side. Golden Guardians are just going to get an inhibitor tower for free. They're just such a good job playing this aggressively.
Both sides committed 4 guys to the opposite side of the map. Golden Guardians worked and CLG didn't. Now Golden Guardians have to try to get themselves out without too many casualties here. Chaos Storm thrown down. Froggen going to be on the front line. Vanguard's edge in the back. Still looking to take down the inhibitor if they can. One more auto attack would do it. Froggen decides even if he dies, it doesn't matter. Just goes back in one more time. Stixxay makes his way into the fight. The gravity field going to be keeping everyone away. Contracts trying to provide some cover, zone these guys out. CLG now on the chase. Ole with no mana, surely going to die
over the
here.
wall.
Ole does have a flash, but there's nothing he can do with it. He walks backwards to put more distance between CLG and his teammates. We'll see if Hanser ends up getting himself in a bad spot. Power of Evil still in hot pursuit. Hanser going to the top blossom. Not quite able to find it. He'll be taken down. Shut down credit to BOE.
And they really overstayed their welcome there. Now CLG could actually just run straight to Baron. I mean, now you have 5 members. Hanser is still going to be down for 30 seconds. They didn't need to stay around for that fight. It was a severe overchase, it felt like, from the Golden Guardians, chasing into the gravity field even. Getting stunned up, and now CLG, they are on this, and it's up to Contracts. Can he even steal it?
Contracts has ulti. You've got the Draven ulti as well. Nothing for the Irelia. Sejuani ult comes out. Power of Evil and the rest of CLG looking to turn now and fight towards the Golden Guardians. Contracts over the wall. Stixxay looking to chase even further, eliminate the chance of a Smite steal. One more auto attack seals the deal. Shutdown happens, but critically Baron reset about half its health. That means CLG still has a lot more work to put in, and the rest of the Golden Guardians are here and ready to go. Hanser not quite yet making his way into the mix. He's still back in the base, and the Golden Guardians decide to let the objective go. It's Baron CLG.
Yeah, I don't think they could have done anything really in that 3v5, so they do have to back off, and CLG able to grab the Baron for themselves. Such a big deal in this game when it just felt like Golden Guardians had grabbed full control, and so much of it was about the overstay in the bottom lane. Golden Guardians made a great initial play, and it felt like they were not satisfied with that. They wanted to get 4 and 4 from it, and as a result, they are going to get heavily punished. CLG right back in this game. We'll see how much they can grab with this Baron power play.
CLG right back in it, 500 gold below their opponents. Baron under their belts for all 5 members here for the next 2.5 minutes. How much can they snowball? They've only taken 1 enemy turret, means there's tons of standing gold on the map. 2 tier 1s, that is just free money waiting to be picked up. Golden Guardians will have to try to find an opportunity to make a pick. This is where the spooky ghost we were talking about becoming very useful. Prowling around the jungle here. Golden Guardians moving into the top side, trying to find Power of Evil. Not going to be grabbing him. Wiggly now tanking up on the front line. Shot barrage
Over
the Golden Guardians. Neither side feeling too threatened just yet. A couple of ults used on both. Ole continuing to chase forward. Able to find plenty of initiation there onto Stixxay, but now going to be killed himself. Stixxay goes unstoppable, but will be taken down. Frog is dashing around, and there's what I was talking about, Azael. It's so hard to control him.
Yeah, you're not able to control him. That was honestly an incredible play from Ole, setting that trap around the corner, and now they're on to Wiggly here. The gravity field breaking it up, though.
Wiggly stunned up. Remember, there's no Trundle ultimate available, which means when he goes into these fights, he's very vulnerable. Ruin going forward, flashing to make the play happen, and that's a pick on the Golden Guardians jungler.
Very explosive fight there. They do get the teleport out of Ruin as well as the flash. But multiple kills going the way of the Golden Guardians here. Getting a lot of those Baron buffs off of CLG. Really, really important to diminish the power of that big neutral buff.
CLG now pushing up the mid lane. They're saying, hey, we've got Contracts dead for another 10 seconds. Might be able to make some sort of a move. Monster firing off the Ghost, trying to stop Power of Evil. He's not too worried about it. He'll get away just fine. And Regroup has that Archangel Staff now along with his top laner. Ruin could be in a spot here where Froggen goes after him, but Froggen's 2 levels down. Ruin's now going to try to back. Froggen goes for the guaranteed stun, and now the 1v1 will quickly turn into a 3v1. Hanser moving up. Ruin changing his aggro to try to bring down Hanser, considering that's the most vulnerable guy, but enough is to be found. Easy killing through there for Froggen, who went from 0-3 to 3.
Yeah, smart trap there from the Golden Guardians. Froggen just decides to actually wait it out. And watch Ole here. So this is actually after the re-engage. He waited in fog right around the corner for the face check from a carry. He gets rewarded with that Ezreal. Does go in and actually loses his life, but then in comes Hanser. In comes Froggen from the side. They're able to clean up the kill. So a great initiation and sacrifice there on the initial play from Ole.
That's what a true support does. Sacrifice your life. Doesn't matter as long as you can get those kinds of setups. It's worth at the end of the day. Hanser with the Rabadon's Death Cap now in inventory. 2 magic sticks makes a hat. Pretty elementary stuff there, as he's also got the stopwatch, meaning when he goes in, you can pop Blossom, keep yourself safe in the meantime. Big team fight weapon.
Yeah, and that Death Cap completion kind of courtesy of that huge shutdown off of Stixxay. I think he got around 800 gold or something like that, it looked like, for the kill. So a really big deal in ramping that up.
Oh, speaking of big deals, here comes the team fight yet again. Haunter trying to get himself away. Chaos Storm putting some damage down to Contracts. He'll frontline as long as he can, but Wiggly is one tanky boy when he's got the subjugate on that enemy Sejuani. Golden Guardians may have lost some health on 2 of their members, but Contracts will rapidly regenerate, and the rest of the team is in good enough shape they want to continue pushing.
Yeah, they're going to continue to try this push. They got the ultimate off of 4 of the members of CLG, actually, so that is pretty critical for them. They did spend some of their own as well, but they do have their major engaged ultimates there, kind of with that Nautilus, with the Aurelia. They can still go forward, so they will push it out, look to reset now, but you are seeing just how much damage Power of Evil can do. Haunter had to use the Pop Blossom for the defensive shield in that case. With the Lich Bane completed, that just is going to go even higher. You can one-round someone for sure as a victor at this point in the game. There are a lot of squishy members over on that side, and that is why MR is going to have to start coming through. Wits End is being built for Froggen. You are seeing probably a Spirit Visage or something along those lines being built up here for Contracts, because you're going to be very, very vulnerable when the victor gets this point in the game.
Warmogs for Contracts will be good enough for not being bursted down instantly, but as we saw in the last team fight, when that Trundle ultimate is on, being bursted down instantly is actually a pretty realistic possibility.
Yeah, and Victor isn't one of these mages that is just like, well, 1 round of spells and that's it, you can't really kill a tank. Victor can kill frontline, right? You know, even just the Lich Bane autos are so powerful. He's really very, very high DPS. This is not a LeBlanc or something along those lines that has to go for backline. Victor can just hit anyone who is in his face and be very effective at it. Now CLG looking to start up this Dragon, but 10 members on the map around this area.
Boy, this could be a bloodbath, or it could be absolutely nothing because they're making me wrong yet again. CLG, they go for the Cloud Drake. Golden Guardian says that's not the kind of thing we'll look to fight over here 29 minutes into the game. They'll instead take the opportunity to grab some mid-priority over the Tier 2. Here comes your engage. Contracts goes in, but a very nice gravity field going to be keeping CLG in a good enough spot. Tier 2 taking auto attack after auto attack from Deathly. Chaos Storm's going to keep them away long enough to make sure CLG does not lose their objective.
Yeah, but Ruin is split pushing, as you can see in the picture-in-picture. He's just going straight for it. Golden Guardians are going to have to start the Baron. They have got to do something to force Ruin to actually respond. Ruin doesn't even have teleport, so they can just try to rush this down. We'll see if they're going to be able to make it happen. Olay is ready for the engage.
Contract still has no ultimate. Golden Guardians trying to get themselves away. Monsters sent out the clone to distract CLG. Good cancel on the Baron there from CLG, making sure Golden Guardians aren't able to get it. But now, once again, CLG have priority over the mid lane. They lost this sort of a play earlier when Golden Guardians took their bottom lane inhibitor turret, but now CLG are making the better rotation.
Yeah, Ruin comfortable in that bottom lane despite not having teleport because he had the Realm Warp to try to really speed up how fast he would make that rotation. And he was able to force Golden Guardians back off of the wave. And, you know, this is the style that Ruin played so heavily in the TCL, and that I was excited to see if he was going to bring to the LCS, where he's committing so heavily to side lanes, where he's pushing for those experience advantages, which is manifesting in this game. He's 2 levels up still on Froggen. He's level 17, highest in the game. And he's at quite a strong point. Has the Zonias now, 3 items, likely going to be grabbing the Void Staff next to try to deal with some of this MR that is being fought.
Yeah, plenty of MR stacking. This Void Staff's going to be a very, very high value purchase, as now the game is still 12 to 11. Could not be much closer. 1,000 gold separating the teams. 2 Drakes each, 5 turrets each. The next big play will likely determine the momentum for the rest of the game if one side really finds themselves a huge opportunity.
Yeah, and honestly, you know, post 30 minutes, depending on minion wave, you can just end the game off a team fight sometimes if it is a dominant win, and they are potentially looking now.
Wiggly. He's alright. Whenever you only land the Sejuani ultimate onto the Trundle, you're not feeling too good. And now Contracts will be eviscerated. The laser from Biofrost makes sure of it. As here comes your TP flank. Haunter gets a Pop Blossom, but it's only onto the tank. Froggen's not going to land the Vanguard's edge. And Golden Guardians are in some trouble. Power of Evil's on hot pursuit, trying to chase these guys down. A nice gravity well forces them off to the side, as Olay and Deathly will die together. Stixxay makes sure of it, and there's 4 dead on the Golden Guardian.
They've got mini waves. I think this could be game here. It's going to be up to Froggen to try and clear out the wave, but with a Lich Bane on the Victor and this Ezreal, they can just shred through the turrets.
I just said the next big win could give you an advantage for the rest of the game, and the rest of the game looks like it'll be about 30 seconds. CLG pushing into the Golden Guardians base. looking to hand them their second loss of Summer Split. And Counter Logic Gaming is looking pretty damn good.
A great team fight there for CLG. Quickly blocking the engage. Out of contract, so stuffing that Sejuani ult. They could not continue up on the play. CLG played that out very, very well. The TP was coming in from the Nico on the top side, and that Frog was waiting on the bottom side. They wanted to go for a pincer move. Instead, CLG retreats away from the Aurelia towards the teleporting Nico, neutralizing him. Froggen's not even able to get in range for an effective Aurelia ultimate. Everything fell apart there for the Golden Guardians right at the very end. CLG, a big win over someone sitting near the top of the table. And they improved to 4-2.
Yeah.
This is one of the best starts I can remember from CLG in a long time.
I believe this puts CLG tied for second. This is a team that had been on the struggle bus for quite a while. They were stuck in the infamous clump in Spring Split, trying to fight their way out, trying to stand out from the other teams in that bottom half of the standings. But now they just seem to have turned things on here in summer. The addition of Ruin, the team just clicking, Wiggly, popping off. That Trundle constantly made sure he was the one tanking Sejuani ultimates. He made sure he was always ulting the Sejuani, never afraid to be on the front line. Exactly what he did.
Yeah, exactly what he needed to do. And actually, excuse me, I do believe this puts them both actually tied for first, because Optic was 4-0, went 0-2. Golden Guardians now
Cloud9 lost
4-2. Cloud9
Yeah.
lost the game. So I do think, unless I'm completely mistaken, that the top of the table is now a lot of teams actually sitting at 4-2. You know, TL should be up there. We have a number of teams sitting up at the top. So it's getting very, very competitive. And honestly, you know, a great start from CLG. Golden Guardians, a competitive game. You know, certainly could have been theirs. They even had that inhibitor tower knocked down. I think critical overstay in the bottom lane. And then one missed team fight, and CLG capitalized and closed it out.
I have been informed there are currently 6 teams tied for first place right now. The clump has evolved into a glorious menagerie at the top of
Like a diamond clump now?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a fancy clump.
Oh, it is so fancy. But for more on the game and to wrap up the day, let's go ahead and throw things over to the LCS.
Thank you very much, Comet Flowers. Hello, welcome everyone to LCS Cooldown. I am Freak with Kobe. We cast earlier today. Now we've got Cooldown. We've got Clutch Gaming with us, Vulcan and Huni. How you doing? Doing good. Good. Great, you won, right? Let's go. You're 3-3. You're a game behind first.
That's true.
That's impressive.
That's true. We actually got improved a lot then.
Yeah. Look at these standings. Look at these standings.
We're
Technically, you're in 7th. Technically 7th. However, that is 1 game behind first. Yeah, that's not bad.
Well, that's not bad, yeah. But still, we're like, if we go like this way, we're still out of the playoffs, so we gotta do better.
Yeah, you'll improve.
That's true.
There's actually some really clean color coding. I feel like also going down the logos, like there's very, very soft moving around. I overheard, by the way, you guys sometimes chant Clutch, sometimes chant Dignitas in the huddle. I hear you're 3-0 and you chant Dignitas.
Kind of, yeah. And then we're just all through in close games.
Yeah. So 2020 is your year. For sure, 100%.
I mean, we're going undefeated, right? Kind of, like, I mean, if you see the result, like, we're gonna be pretty sure it's like, no matter what, 15-3.
15-3? 15-3 is the roster record. Let's see if they can do it. Of course, there were many MVPs over the course of the games this weekend, but there was one player who stood out above the rest to earn himself the title Player of the Week. That accolade goes to TSM's mid laner, Bjergsen. Silas up against Cloud9 had a huge performance. That triple kill at 582 is pretty good.
Ooh. That was like, I was like screaming at that green room actually.
Oh, that came from nowhere actually. You just got 3 people and you were just fighting along 1v4, so that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that definitely saved the game. How'd you feel about the Twisted Fate? Trinity Force into full crit Twisted Fate?
Dude, that was like so strong. Like Tanner was like on the top trying to hold his PF, and then he was like, what's sick, dude?
That's exactly what that build feels like, by the way.
Just rapid fire.
That's the sounds of the Twisted Fate, right?
Yeah. Gambit cosplay for days. Just get him the bow staff and we're all there. Now it's time for Science Speedway. Next up, where the pros race around Seminole Rift on a makeshift racetrack and adding their time to the leaderboard. Huni, of course, has already made this run before, and he's still top 3. Huni's a natural. So it's going to be right to Vulcan. Vulcan, you've got to keep up with how Huni's been doing. Only about a second behind first place, 2-3 seconds behind that. But, you know, Vulcan, where are you going to land? On this scoreboard, you can see 39 to 45.
I'm going 3rd, so I'm going to kick Uni out of the top 2.
Okay. come out of top 3?
Yeah.
I do. Who's he gonna win?
I do notice that a lot of these teammates are very close together.
Yeah.
So if you break up that synergy, then that would be a disappointment.
Yeah. People discussing strats and whatnot. So the timer starts when you unpause, and the timer ends when the laser hits you. So when you are ready to go, you will rock this.
I have a uni strategy here that he taught me.
All right.
Oh.
It might not work. It's high execution.
Uni strat.
You know, HR. High
Yeah.
risk,
High risk,
reward.
high reward. Oh, the straight line. Oh!
That was a risk.
The high risk.
It's fine. You got it.
Sabotage.
You're still good. You're still good. You're doing all. Stop right here.
Tight turn, tight
All
turn.
right. Yeah. Solid.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm curving.
Yeah, this is good. This
Yeah?
is good. You got it.
Flash right here.
Okay.
That was good. Not over the wall.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Okay.
the second
It's
one.
fine, it's fine. You're still doing
Oh
well.
no, there's a
Oh, no,
dummy right
that's
here.
not good either. That's PG.
Ooh, I gotta curve this one. Nope.
Ooh, okay, a lot of
Maybe
crashes
Blascone.
now.
I'm not sure if Blascone was actually optimal.
I
Look, I
definitely
don't
wasn't.
think so.
There's a dummy right here somewhere.
All right, around the left. I've never seen someone go left side. Actually,
surprise dummy.
All right. On to the laser. We'll get your official time soon enough.
There was a lot of crashes, but I didn't feel too bad about them.
Yeah,
I think it was like top 10 of They were calculated crashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, top 10 of top 10 of
Yeah, top 10.
Pick your exact number.
7,
7.
9.
9.
Dude.
All right, we'll get the time up in a little bit, but apparently we're going to move on for a little bit, and we'll get the time, oh, no, just kidding. Sorry, the prompter lied to me. Blame production. I was perfect.
I always blame you.
What do you think it's going to be? I'm going to say 6.
I think it's 13.
13?
Wow.
No,
I think it's off the board. That's the heartbreak.
there were some stinker runs, actually. I don't know about 13.
Actually, that's true. Oh,
17.
Oh, what? Oh, wait, it was that bad?
Price is right, Ross.
I had the 7 in there.
Wow, that was
7.
way slower than I thought. 17. There are, by the way, a total of 18 runs. You were only faster than Acadian.
That's good. I'm
Yeah.
faster than someone.
Nice.
Faster
Yeah.
than Acadian.
I thought that run was better than that.
Wait, so he's the second from bottom.
Second to last. Second to last.
Don't judge me. Please stop judging me. You're good. You're a sign one. You got it. You got it.
Don't worry, I promise Science support is not coming to a meta near you.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah. We would go down to last place if Sign became meta for support.
I mean, Haku is the support.
Yeah, he's he's just more skilled. This is how it is, you know. We'll catch you next showdown soon enough. Now, for those of you who may have missed the news a little over a week ago, it was announced that Team Dignitas merged with Clutch Gaming, which means one of our oldest esports brands returns to the league next year in the LCS. But to commemorate this historic moment, we're going to ask Tony and Vulcan to help us put together a power ranking of former Team Dignitas pros. Now, to refresh everyone's memory and help evaluate the players, we've pulled some clips from the vault to review these old players. Clip number 1 is ready. Roll it. I've got the list here.
Not really any help. He does have the help of Link, which makes it even worse. Kobe could be going for broke here. Dignitas is gonna be in. Dig, Kiwi Kid, and Cutie Pie taking a bit of damage. Actually, Cutie Pie keeping himself on the back line. That was crumbs in Kiwi Kid. Unfortunate amount of damage gone to them in the beginning. Oh, Kama Cutie Pie going crazy. Picks up one, gets the reset, has a chance to get out of this one safely. They're going for shift, and the bomb will not take him down.
The cutie pop-off. Has he done that in solo queue? Have you guys played against him recently?
I can't see him yet. I think he's down there. He's not in my game.
I mean, I called that next a few times, I think, but I don't really remember.
Not a memorable player. I agree. Second clip. Let's roll it.
That is yes, and Kiwi Kid is only 3 autos from being killed. He's just zoned to the back line. Oh, man, knockup! And in they go. Core JJ picks up 1. They get 2. Trans can't buy it up time. 4 kills picked up for Dignitas.
That was fun. Yeah, that was fun. And 80 carry Core JJ.
That's true. That was a really good buffer.
Yeah,
that was really good.
That one stuck with me.
And top laner was on the Gamsu.
Yeah, and Gamsu on top lane, exactly. So impressive plays there as well. Just thinking back to the old Dignitas ways. Clip number 3. What else we got?
Locked it up. Head's a little too close there. Mana's not good. Probably is so low on mana. What are they even doing trying to get an engage on this fight? Probably gets out with a flash. He's quite safe in the situation now. The shockwave is huge, but can he answer with more? Robert misses Shifter. He's right over the wall. There's the shot, but he waited too long. Robert wasn't firing that whole entire time in the fight, because the rest of the team has locked it up. Did not suffer a single casualty.
Ooh, Baron throws for Team Dignitas.
Yeah, I noticed that they were 12,000 gold ahead when that clip started.
And the Baron
The classes.
Classic Dignitas.
That's not happening again, though. We're
All right, now we're going to rank the old players, I guess. For
Yes, we are. We've each got 2 fan favorites. I have Voyboy and Crumbs.
I got Dominate and Jat.
I have Core JJ and Scar.
I want to trade you, actually.
Too bad.
I have Cutie Pie and Kiwi Kid.
You want Jat?
Nope. We've got what we've got.
All right, who's first?
All right.
Go Freak.
So, okay, I'm going to go up. So we got Voyboy and Crumbs. Let's see. Voyboy, I feel like he was all right as a pro. Like, he was solid, but I never felt like he really carried. And he had that stint I feel like he was like a solid player, but I feel like when he went when he went mid for a while, I wasn't that impressed. So I feel like he's like a solid like gold level. LCS player.
Oh my God! What about Crumbs then?
No. You're going up next. I'll save mine for later.
Okay. Well, I have Jat, and I know that he is a platinum player. So boom, he's ahead of Voyboy already. Got him.
Vulcan, give me your history. Whoop. Do you remember him as a top laner as well as a support?
Kiwi Kid?
Yeah.
I do not. Well, okay. Really stuck.
He was basically a Singe one trick, and then Singe got nerfed.
They bonded here.
So I have Kiwi Kid and Challenger.
Kiwi Kid's just
oh, let's
incredible.
go. After seeing that 5-man Alistar
After that
knockup,
pulverize, yeah,
how can you not?
Yeah, I mean, the Alistar was next level.
Mm-hmm. Who you gonna rate?
Core JJ first.
Okay.
This is the Dignitas Core JJ, so he's for mine.
Yes, that is the right choice.
Pre-World
Championship.
Yeah, I mean, this is the Dignitas Core JJ, not a Samsung, not a Kimukid.
Yeah.
He's still 80 carry though.
All right, Crumbs. He was both a good jungler and a good top laner. Crumbs is at least a diamond level LCS player. In 2 roles, good at both.
Ooh, all right.
Boom. Yeah.
Where do I put I Will Dominate?
I know where.
Where?
It's bronze.
All right, Freak. It's fine.
I'm a hard committing bronze for
It's fine.
Freak move ahead.
At least better than Core JJ.
Yeah.
So Cutie Pie, since the last Sochi games where I got him, it's really not impressive. Put him down here.
Yes! Double iron! The double iron.
Fortunately.
For the former 80 carries of Team Dignitas.
Like, honestly, I think Scar is pretty, hard to judge, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Remember the AP Master Yi, the old days, Scar?
I mean, that's not...
How about his Gragas?
Yeah.
I mean, there's none on the silver, so Alpha Silver.
Oh no! Kiwi Kid, the best Team Dignitas player of all time.
Let's go, Kiwi Kid!
Followed by Crumbs and Jat. I love it. So there you have it, folks. The definitive power rankings of last generation's Team Dignitas with help from the current ones. It's science. So be sure to let us know what you think of these rankings. My choices were perfect, by the way. But if you think differently, then tweet at LCSOfficial, our brand spanking new Twitter account, and tag your favorite players, any other former Dig members, to let us know where you think they should go as well. We've got a final segment we want to put up here as well. We want to test these players' skills on a champ we've seen both top lane and support. It is time for the mechanics on the king of the kill steal, the Bloodwater Ripper, Pyke. And to determine the best Pyke in North America, we made a very simple task. They've got to carry their teammates into the Dragon Pit while preventing their opponents from doing the same thing. If they can do that, it's title of Best Pyke NA. You got your Q to pull, you got your E to disrupt. You got to race.
My teammate's so heavy. I have to carry everything.
This is important. It's a flex big now. You have to be able to have multiple roles with a viable Pyke.
I mean, I already pull out the Pyke skill, how good it is. So, you guys will see.
All right, we'll unpause for you when you're all set up here. We'll have the battle of who can drag their teammates kicking and screaming the fastest. I believe we have Lyra and Damonte are the... Oh no, it's Lyra and Cody-san, I believe, are the makeshift would-be teammates.
I think it's Lyra and Damonte.
Yeah.
Oh, it is Damonte? Okay.
I'm going to have to drag Tanner across the finish line here.
All right, you got to drag him across the finish line.
I'm going to hook you instantly, by the way.
Good luck.
You're smurfing.
All right, so over the wall already goes Hoon.
Wow, there's a red buff here. Wait, I can't.
It's gonna make it harder.
There's a red buff. Wait, I have no CP by the way.
Blocked.
I'm gonna wait 5 seconds.
That's a tactical move. That's
stun
it. Stunning him midway through. Another pull comes in.
I really just don't have CDs here. I'm gonna count 5 seconds.
So Vulcan has to pull Damonte over. And doesn't block it, so Hooney gets that one through. The East
red
not
buff
gonna land.
is really...
That red buff is amazing.
This red buff is smurfing!
The blast plant? Blast plant?
Oh, he pulled him back!
Wait, that flash race not on the plant anymore!
E?
Wait, E over the wall to the pull? Oh, he got it! Lyra pulled over Hooney!
Wow, did you?
Hooney did it! Huni pulled over Lyra with
All right,
half
be
seconds
honest.
to spare.
Who was the first one to hit the Brambleback? Who hit the red buff?
I think it was
That was
Red.
Huni Genius plan. Had the interference running the entire time.
I mean, that's the how you play at a League of Legends. Use your brain.
Flash the wall, cue him over. It was beautiful stuff.
Calculate it.
Better Pyke. So next time we see Pyke, it's obviously top lane, not flexible support. I'm sorry.
But he's gonna play it in the jungle.
Right, yeah.
As you can see by his red buff use.
I mean, if I need to carry my team, then I'll play for sure. Yeah. As usual.
Okay, well, we are headed for a quick break. When we return, though, the four will be breaking down champ selection from our Academy Showcase, where Optic will fight for a share of third place against Counterlogic Gaming Academy. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to this week's Academy Showcase, where Huni and Vulcan join me and Kobe to break down Champions Select as CLG and Optics Academy teams will be doing battle here. And yeah, quick kind of thoughts from everyone coming into this match.
Yeah, since this is if you see the matchups, the Optic versus T9, for the LCS team, if you like both of them, they're like still first team in LCS to record. So it's gonna be really kind of interesting to see that like what they also like high prior or something to the champion. Like it's gonna be like pretty good game, I think.
I want to see a CLG funnel.
Yeah,
we've been funneling a little bit, and I want to see something interesting there.
Also, I want to point out, this is the last game of patch 9.11. This is the last game of Old Mordekaiser in NA Pro history. So if you're going to play Old Mord, today's the day.
Right here.
I feel like people are definitely going to play the new Mord.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's going to be banned every game. Well, no one's going to play
We'll
it.
probably see it pretty soon. Do you guys feel like you should be banning the, things like the Lux support and stuff like that, or are you fine playing around it?
After yesterday, I think it's a faker ban. After I was getting hit by every single binding, I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Make it, please.
The binding on the way out on Rakan, that was a painful one.
Yeah, that was, yeah. He kept canceling my W as well, so every time I was trying to engage, stopped right there.
Yep. There it is.
There's the ban.
I want to see
they know.
I mean, also the Lux is like best champion that you're playing range support at the same time of using like the aftershocks like really, really well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like really secure and then going for a scaling. Like you never get the punish. The champion is so sick.
Wait, CLG's 1-5. At least thought they had a better record.
No, they've had a pretty rough start.
It's fine. I mean, 1-5 is still for the LCS is still 8.
What about right now? Is Silas your number one pick right now? Because Aatrox is already banned. I feel like Silas is just universal. Everybody's.
I mean, it kind of doesn't make sense that like you just nearly get a whole time kind of prior with the Silas, like the mid. Because, like this is so ridiculous to play.
And also, it scales insanely well since at level 16 you just time ult.
You just get 3 seconds.
8.5 seconds is like whatever.
But 8.12, wave clear goes down the drain and the champion becomes trash.
Sure.
Hard to say. Like, I mean, it didn't really change. Like that means like you get like people are playing a lot in jungle and tops, so like things are playable.
Also, new Rise in 8.12 or 9.12. This is the last game of old rework Rise.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I want to see CLG attempts to split the Zarya on here. I think some teams in Academy really like doing that.
Yeah.
You think Rakan's okay solo or no?
Nah, it depends on if you're playing versus like Braum, it's fine. But if you're playing versus Thresh or Morgana or like Lane, that's pretty hard. That's not that useful.
That's the pretty good move anyway, because they're gonna be expecting that just PP Rakan.
Yeah. How reliable is Nautilus hooking a Rakan out of his W?
It is not. I mean, if you see your Rakan are in vision, then you can probably assume he's gonna flash W and you just Q. But usually you want to be engaging from out of vision as Rakan. So it changes, like you have to R for 0.5 seconds.
Yep.
So they can't see it coming
in the window.
Yeah.
Because I think that actually happened. Big got 1 or 2 interrupts. Maybe it was an accident. He was just like fighting. But there were a couple of Rakan W's that didn't knock up because he got pulled mid animation. But before he got to his target.
Yeah, if you can see it, it's like pretty reliable because it's a really wide skill shot.
Right.
So.
And he's so tanky too.
He is. Rakan has real big stats now. He's an actual frontliner now. All right, what are you looking at? So you've got what? Flex Silas, Flex Rise. Is there anything you're like trying to like get rid of matchup wise?
I think Optic will ban Sivir here. The Sivir Knowledge is like a pretty good answer to Zarya. It's like really reliable. You can just push away pretty freely.
There's always break Rakan W.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus CLG has a really good front line already for, like, if you have Sivir behind that.
Yep.
It's like a really easy
I mean, also the Sivir on the competitor right now, the win rate is really high.
Yes.
Like any other deck, compared to any other case.
Oh,
that's interesting.
So what, connecting Rise with that? Or like in a Kali top or something?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like we'll see. Like this point of the spot, like for top, is like really kind of hard to pick a team. Like being secure though. Lane phase is probably like Kennen is gonna be the best. I feel like for the blind
Kennen
pick.
good blind pick.
Like that's
one ball if you're Huni.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I would have only picked him for it over Silas.
That's true.
I would pick you Maokai if I was the coach.
I mean, my Maokai's insane though.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
But Poppy is up. Is Poppy not just better Maokai?
Ah, that's true though. My Poppy is more insane too.
Yeah.
We only have 1 dash on this team right now though. That'd make Poppy a little bit worse.
Oh, Kane! Red Kane, let's go!
Love it.
That's my boy, Dardock.
I was kind of hoping for the Rengar Dardoch bring it back.
Like if it's top Kane and he's still gonna play Rengar.
That's true.
I'm not a fan of top Kane.
That's the double flex.
Love it. It's actually Rakan mid.
All right, if this is your blind pick on CLG, Huni, is it actually just Kennen? Is that your blind pick?
I mean, there's a Rumble. Like, besides a Rumble, probably like.
I like Rumble here a lot.
Yeah.
You have a lot of CC to set up.
Yeah, I think the enemy combos like the CLG combo is like really good.
Yeah.
Narbag? I guess fine. If you're comfortable to play with it.
A lot of engage.
All right, show me the Yasuo into Gnar.
Boom.
Oh yeah, that's a classic matchup, huh?
Oh, that's the worst final. That's the worst final, Huni.
Bring back some memories.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to make a Yasuo skins, brother. And I failed it.
Nice try.
NT.
Ornn.
Okay. That's probably the one.
That's the Ornn.
Yeah. That's exactly what I think of. Ornn plays so much Ornn.
Why doesn't he play Wukong?
That's true, yeah.
Have you played Wukong recently?
I feel like the Wukong is like really popular with solo queue every single time.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Solo queue only champion.
That's
actually
true.
Wukong or Rakan has to be an insane combo since Rakan can just E on top of Wukong being
Oh, that's right.
You can just get a free engage.
Knock up something.
I think Wukong could be good, like versus some matchups. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I'm kind
Is it good in a Gnar? What do you think?
I'm kind of lying.
Wukong in a Gnar?
I'm kind of lying. I'm sorry.
You had me going here. I want to see Aloran bring it out.
Yeah.
Viper's Riven over and over again. Is Riven good? Or is it Viper only?
I mean, yeah, Viper only. Like Huni Rumble.
Yeah, absolutely. No one else should play it.
All right, I think CLG won the draft.
I agree.
Are you going? Yeah, you agree?
Yeah, I think their comp is a lot easier to play.
Yeah, for sure.
Who's going to win, though? 1 and 5 versus 4 and 2.
I have to root for CLG.
Counting the players.
I mean, honestly, Verikin wins.
Verikin wins?
So Optic wins.
Okay. Split predictions? All right, well, that's it for us. Thank you very much for watching LCS Cooldown. When the casters are ready, we'll get ourselves to the casters to take away this match from the CLG and Optic Academy.
We are ready whenever you're done, Freak, and it appears you are done. Thank you so much, Vulcan and Huni, for such an awesome cooldown. I am here with Mark Z for the cast. I'm Remington III, and we're about to bring you CLG Academy versus Optic Academy. You've seen the picks and bans. We are on to the Rift. Mark, where do your eyes go to as we start this game off?
It's got to be Dardoch on Kane. He is an absolute monster. He played the Rengar when I was casting on Friday to give us a treat. He was super good on that. This time on another AD carry champion with Kane. CLG, on the other hand, they've been hyped up as the funnel team. In both games I have cast them, they have not funneled for me. So I'm disappointed.
They have completely switched up the way they're playing it. It looks like they'll not need funnel once again. Moon going to be on Sejuani for the first time in the Summer Split Academy for him. He's had quite a few games like Jarvan and Rengar, as you were saying before, bringing out the Stabby Tabby. Not too many victories in that left column for CLG just yet, and we actually get to see Optic coming in now with a little bit more of Scarlet, as Crown was a very big factor in the win column for Optic Academy for sure.
Yeah, Scarlet had a pretty good performance as well in that game on Friday. This is the end of the Academy Super Week. They've been playing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then there's one special game on Sunday.
Kind of miss, don't miss Super Weeks, 12 game days, those are pretty interesting. Or 12-hour days, I should say, with 10 games. Those ones are...
Yeah, those are a bit of a doozy.
That was a lot of League of Legends in one day. You kind of do that all by yourself, doing ARAMs and singles, but holy moly, you got to put down that much strategy and have that much concentration throughout the day. It makes it difficult. Here are the players on the last leg, but every ounce of effort going into this game, like you said, for that Super Week, and we'll see what they have here for that final game of Week 3.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting to hear. In the opinion of the Clutch Gaming players, CLG Academy's comp should be better. Feels like more power picks in general in the meta, as well as some good matchups. But it's not like Optic didn't get what they wanted as well. I mean, Zyrakon's still a very strong lane. Ryze a priority pick for most people.
Yeah.
And yes, the top side of the map came in, and I almost said Braum. Ornn are not exactly common picks right now. They are good for their players' playstyles. Halloran usually taking that kind of team-focused role, often playing tanks. He had the full tank Jarvan before.
Yep.
And, you know, Dardoch's expected to carry.
And it makes another unique pick for Aloran in that top lane with this Ornn. Fallen Bandit was able to put that in his mix throughout the Summer Split so far, but we, like you said, playing for the team, Aloran
kind of be very versatile in what tank he brings to the top lane. Even if it's on Jarvan, it brings some damage as well in that Cataclysm. Not too far into this one just yet, as the junglers are sharing the same side of the map on that bottom side. Rift, or I should say Scuttlecrab's coming up in about 30 seconds here, and we might see a bit of action.
Yeah, we'll see. Right now, it's a lot of focus on the bot lane, just pushing it and getting vision. The Zyricon having the stronger early couple levels until Sivir gets some points put into her Q and W. And Dardoch on the invader.
Let's see. Just switch sides. Oh, it's so bright.
Too much vision.
My eyes. Ooh, Tuesday getting very low in the mid lane. Kingslayer gives him some HP back, and Scarlet is completely out of mana as he goes for the chug on the potion. Gets himself back to a position where he can probably throw out a Rune Prison here. Nice dodge out as Dardoch goes in for the kill. And the finishing touch on First Blood there. Moon comes in. See if they can get that passive stack on and lock somebody up. 1, 2, just 2 more for Dardoch. 1 more and he gets locked down. The E coming through, but there's still no follow-up. Too many minions there, and Scarlet has a bit of mana back.
Scrappy 2v2 in the mid lane as both teams are trying to get the push.
Ooh, right in the face of the enemy. They continue to go punch for punch. Definitely a scrappy fight to start things off.
Still took so long, the next minion wave showed up, but everyone's too low on resources to continue that skirmish.
Fight for 30 seconds in the mid lane. Everything refreshes and resets. Here back to the bot lane. Minions do the same thing as the push in coming from Optic continues, taking just 1 wave away from Auto. So far, Auto and Colin not having that same synergy we used to see from the CLG bot lane as everybody starts to come together with a bit of that new roster towards the bottom side of the map. Moon shows himself top, and this means Dardoch's going to be able to have some free time stealing resources.
Yeah, a little bit of a split map so far as Dardoch has been hovering around this bot side of the map this entire time. Able to sustain up a little bit.
Cool. Rinse repeat. Flashes down. Just a quarter of that cooldown has gone by for Tuesday's flash. They want to get back to him. Ignite is there! The Q is on for Asta, and he comes through with the first blood kill on the bot lane. Nice job by Optic, keeping that pressure on him.
And so far, Optic's bot lane has been pretty good in Academy. They are, you need to remember, in spring subbed in while they were waiting to get their bot lane together. And they actually did a really good job as Gate getting a little,
Whoa! Oh, that's going to be it. He is down and out as the Ignite comes through, even through the potion. You see Kate laughing and smiling. He's like, I made a mistake, but I wanted that plate. Whoopsie.
Yeah, right as I was attempting to sing their praises, Gate goes ahead and makes sure I can't do that. A nice engagement all in right there, and then they're trying to get the push in. Gate's trying to be a little cute at the tail end of this. And it was a really awkward situation where because Asta's trailing his recall, Gate's like, oh, I can fall back there at any point. But he actually grabs turret aggro because the minion wave did not reach the turret, and then he cancels the recall that he was going to share with the Xayah, which allowed him to get ignited. So, comedy of errors there out of Gate.
A whole lot of scratch in your head on that play on the bot side. What an advantage to be somewhat given away. That kill does go to Colin. Mobility boost for him first, so we actually see him roaming around quite a bit. That means there's a lot of value coming out of what just happened to the bot lane, and they are going to use that cash in once again. They take down Gate as he comes back up from trying to get himself off the fountain, and he goes right back.
Yikes. Not a great start for Gate here, and kind of cost Scarlet his flash as well. Now the blue buff almost getting taken away. Things have not been going that well on the bot side of the map, and up the top lane, not much better. You have the advantageous matchup for the Gnar, so he's going to start building up a little bit of lead, start working on those turret plates.
Colin doing just that, hearing everything that's happening on the map, answers the call to Moon in the river. Gate now 0, 2, and 1 for his troubles of trying to get vision and set up a little something in the bot side so the snowball does not continue. This will be Scuttlecrab going over to CLG. Good control here on the second spawn around. Looks like they may just give way on this Cloud Drake. Not something they have to particularly fight for right away.
So far, a good start for CLG Academy, who's been a little disappointing so far into the Academy season. A lot of these guys have been playing together for a very long time. You know, when CLG was struggling last split, a lot of them did get some playing time as well, whereas CLG was trying to figure out their strongest main roster, and so to see such a veteran group of players sitting at 1 and 5 is surprising.
Absolutely. We have to remember coming into the LCS, Moon was on that kind of second C9 team, if you will, with High and the guys. Quite a good run from them, and all of this skill put on one team doesn't just mean it's going to work together. They have to make that synergy happen. Tuesday back and forth the same monobar here, so neither of them have that much kill pressure. Against Rise in the mid lane. Horn is out. His dinner served. Dardoch looking for one of those kills. He needs to start getting up those passive stacks so he can change out. Looks like he just goes back to farming on this. Not too much for Fallen Bandit as the flash is used as he narrowed out.
Yeah, well played by Alarum up until that last moment. He was able to use the W to get unstoppable during the Gnar ultimate, but did not have the angle to actually land the knockup. So flash for flash. And Fallen Bandit gets out relatively unscathed.
Good board. Trying to see where Dardoch is going to be. You play against Kayn. It's kind of like playing against the Nocturne, but not as aggressive with the start of the ultimate. But you do have to worry that he's going to be coming through a wall, not a lane. You have to worry a bit differently.
Yeah, different gank paths available. And I think Dardoch's pretty happy with the team comp of CLG for the Canes. You almost always going for Ross, the Red Kayn, and so you have 4 melees on the enemy team. It should be relatively easy to stack that up.
He'll be backing with that Caulfield Warhammer first, along with his Talisman in the jungle to keep himself nice and healthy. So you just basically AoE every camp, especially Raptors, to keep himself nice and topped off in the jungle. 56-41 as he continues to farm. We've seen Moon making a bit more of a presence towards that river to make sure they have lane control and vision around his team. Otto and Colin now having a bit more fun in the lane as they're not completely pushed into their turret with that bit of health advantage Colin was able to get. And now just being Nautilus in there.
Yeah, let's are setting up dive on the bot side.
Frees the crowd for the party, and that's going to be a kill down onto Ass. The teleports are coming down, though. Looks like Gate's going to be able to get out. They steal his ultimate. Quickness is down. Tuesday keeps himself alive with that as he able to get out to safety, and that's not a kill for Dardoch coming through. They're only able to get a scratch back onto CLG, and their pressure's in the bot lane now.
Yeah, a number of resources used by Optic to try and find that trade kill back, but just barely, not enough damage. Tuesday gets out, Paul Lin gets out, and the bot lane problems continue to get worse. Optic just nice ult over the wall by Moon to kick things off. And they unfortunately did not want to get that last kill. It would have been very dangerous to do so with Dardoch coming over the wall. Tuesday just barely having enough health to get out. One last Kingslayer to grab that one.
Yep. Keeps helping to save himself. You got to stand toe-to-toe until you go down. Be pretty surprised at the results. Scarlet able to hide behind some minions on this one. Colin hitting the minion wave as it came in. You could have seen that on his side. Minion waves, respectively, are doing the same thing. So if your minion wave is passing the turret, a hook thrower does not want to throw his hook.
Yeah, and I think CLG needs to be a little careful here. You are ahead, but you need to make sure you're still following the steps before brute forcing a play like that. There's a lot of vision in the river for Optic Academy to see that one coming.
Yeah.
So they already had Gate and Dardoch in position to thwart that. What CLG was hoping was a 3v1 gank was actually a 3v3. So very dangerous situation there, and need to make sure they actually push in and get deep vision to make sure that those plays are safe.
Back down on that pressure bot lane. CS looks pretty even as we see Rift Herald going down by the hands of Fallen Bandit and Moon. There's been a lot of action on the bottom. They say, hey, maybe we can creep top and get Rift Herald, and they're doing this very uncontested. They're getting a few back. Blue buff is going to be transferred over to Scarlet here in a moment. Looks like he may try to get that for himself. Just going to waste some minions in the mid lane as Tuesday pushes that one in.
And while all that's happening, Moon does grab the Rift Herald. Probably going to end up sending this one top pretty quickly because, yeah, it summons it right away. They do have the advantageous matches up there, and if they can get the Gnar far enough ahead, he can go ahead and go 1v1 split push mode versus the Ornn. A little premature, though, because Dardoch is hovering up here, so he might not get more than a couple turret plates.
And a great ward on Raptors. Actually saw Gate coming around as well. Dardoch in the wall. Get a few plates off of that, and they know the fight will not be in their favor if they keep diving. They know how they do have pressure on the bot side, though. They get this pushed in and give Asta a bit of trouble.
But unfortunately for Fallen Bandit, not in range to grab the turret plating for himself, so the early plan of getting some pull onto the Gnar came up a little short. Not ideal.
Just throwing money on the ground, you walk away. Somebody will pick it up. Gate getting his roam on, trying to factor in that early game deficit. Colin and Otto were able to put on the Optic lane. Good kill for both of the marksmen so far, and they are both into the after the Essence Reaver build, and they're free boots.
And as suspect as that early game was in the bot lane for Optic, the rest of the map is doing a pretty good job of finding CS advantages, so the jungle and mid for them are both ahead, roughly 15, 20 CS each, which will actually make this gold lead even despite the Rift Herald usage and the kills going in CLG Academy's favor.
Ooh.
Cheeky steal.
Chain Lash for the Scuttle Grab. They have quite a bit of power towards the bottom side. Dragon just going down. They're going to see if they can get anybody on the walkout or if somebody is heading to a different part of the map. They say, yeah, we'll just use this time to clear some wards as CLG puts 3 towards mid again. Otto's not going to have too hard of a time farming that bot side. Looking at top CS, 107 to 104, as we haven't seen too much going on the tank island this game. Usually we see somebody pretty bruisery up there, able to fight like Aurelia versus an Aatrox, but this time we are getting our tanks in. We'll have to see how big their teleports impact these fights once they start getting 5v5.
It seems like a question for a little later, as now they are just still farming out. Almost a big fight in the bot lane as both teams are collapsing this river pretty often. Surprising given that there's no Drake available. It looks like they're just hungry for blood.
Dardoch is definitely hungry for blood.
Surprising to see 14 minutes of the game, Dardoch at 0-0-0. Here we go.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it's gonna. You don't say? There you go. There's your change, Mark. You asked for it. Dardoch goes down. No hunger. 0-0-0.
As soon as I say it, apparently.
All right, what's next?
There's no way Fallen Bandit gets solo killed in front of this turret.
All right, there you go. We're gonna see your profit if it doesn't happen, or if then it does, you can just curse it.
I'm right either way.
Yep. That's the way you play it. He keeps Alarim nice and tucked under his turret. Makes the game quite hard. You can see Alarim feeling like he might even get dove quite soon. Exhaust on that unsealed spell book for his summoner choice right now. Fallen Bandit does have the black cleaver, so it's gonna sting if he can get that 3 connect in and start wearing away at Aloran's armor.
Yeah, Nara's getting to that point in the game that you start getting some points in W and Q where the boomerang's off cooldown almost non-stop as long as you're catching it. The W proc starts hurting even more.
Moon 2-0-1 in this first Sejuani pick for the summer split. Obviously a champion he's played before, like riding a bike, but more like riding a board this time. Optic is going to get himself to say, or I should say Gate's going to get himself to safety. Can't count how many times just hitting a ward 4 times has cost me my life in League of Legends.
That's why I don't clear wards out. Just, can't get caught.
Oh, you're that teammate.
Can't get caught doing vision control if I never vision control.
Points to head.
Nodding, pointing to head.
Nodding, pointing. 4-1. 5 minutes before we see the Barons come up here as we get a little more love towards the mid lane. Oh, CC just stacked on each other. That's like CC cubed. Looks like Gate's trying to get in with the quickness now. They are on to Moon, and he is going to get cut down. Aloran's ult is stolen there. They're going to be able to call the second horn in, but it doesn't look like it's going to hit as a nice pop-up from Dardoch. Stops Tuesday from reeling that one back around, and it is going to be Tuesday going down. A nice pickup and a quick 2 kills coming in for Optic after they lost 1.
Better execution and better coordination. The fact that all 5 members of Optic collapsed into that play is a big reason they won it, as well as the fact that they were actually able to land more of their abilities. Otto's not going to let that go completely unpunished, as he does finish off the bot lane turret for himself during all of that. Still a relatively equal trade, all things considered.
Yeah, not too bad. Good hold and push back. See where the gold went on this one as we see it one more time. I like the quick focus and knowing they didn't need any more on Scarlet. There was a secondary fight going on.
Yeah, unfortunately, Tuesday has to run forward, then run out to the left as he flashes to drop the turret aggro, and Alarim has a nice ultimate onto Moon to focus him out, and then Tuesday's going to go ahead and seal the orange ult, which is great, but he's going to miss the second half of it as he is worried about the ultimate from Dardoch. So he was not able to actually connect and secure himself a way out. Fallen Bandit never got to the Mega Narc fast enough, only at level 11, doesn't stack it as quickly as you hope at this point in the game, and like we said, Asta as well being there to aid his team.
It was great to see that again, because I thought Tuesday was actually knocked up by Dardoch, but just the mind games Dardoch is creating with his pressure caused Tuesday to walk right out of that range for it. Good eye on that replay, Mark. 17 minutes in, 5-3 here. Asta gonna go ahead and clear this top wave. It seems like Optic has a bit of time to recoup. figure out what they want to start doing with these lanes. We'll have Alorum on the bot side pushing out. He has heal, expects to find a bit of a 1v1 again for himself, and he's just making sure he can stay on that side lane. Again, if he has a job, he will do it for the team. Alorum has been very good at providing that area of expertise for him.
And CLG Academy continue to play around their bot lane at this point. Going to grab their second turret of the game. So far, Otto has kind of been on the easier decision-making duty of just stay in lane and keep pushing. Gate has been very mobile on the map. Asta as well, sometimes following. So they have seeded a lot of turret damage in those kinds of situations where they are defending somewhere else on the map.
Drake is nice, always feels good when you can bite back on the objectives, especially when Baron could be a big one. It seems like Optic may be starting to defend its second-tier turrets here across the map. Mid's the only one that stands. That's going to be a fight on the Fallen Bandit as he gets himself right in. Nard out onto Alorum. Here comes the Oran Horn. They knock him up once again, stunned, and that's going to be the Brittle knocking him down. No! Stays alive for now. Fallen Bandit has to flash in to get that extra kill, but that means Dardoch has time to play with his food, and he's going to be able to get a kill back onto Tuesday. The fight continues, and now Fallen Bandit's going to go down, and they make sure Dardoch is getting fed.
We get a 2v2 in the Dragon Pit, as well as a 3v3 as people attempted to collapse down there, and Dardoch having that transform onto Rost was the difference maker in that fight. It allowed them to win the 2v2 and then force them back in the 3v3. Ends up a 3-for-1 in Optic's favor.
It took him so long to take down Alorum too, so it's like, I think he's going down. Oh wait, we have to use more abilities, buying so much time. Definitely allowed Dardoch to come back strong. Now bot lane's gonna get taken down. Otto's back on CS duty as he clears away, and even with clearing all the CS, still tied with Asta in a farm. Great job around the map. Good fighting, but 6-6 with all of this fighting that's happening. Here's the Dragon. Again.
And like you called out before, the fact that they have the heal as a combat summoner from Unsealed Spellbook for Alarim, able to start that one off. Got CC'd up a little bit from the charm, so he couldn't quite get the exact Ornn ult that he wanted, but he stayed alive long enough for Dardoch to kind of finish off Tuesday. Now Fallen Bandit's stuck between a rock and a hard place as Paulin is losing that 3v3 up in the brush. So they lose control of the access to mid lane, and that means Fallen Bandit has no way out.
Optic better equipped at taking multiple fights on different fronts. We saw that. But as well, being able to catch a few members out of place. So we'll see with CLG's different positioning next fight if that becomes an advantage for them. 20 minutes on the clock means Baron is on the Rift. With 2 Drakes over to the side of Optic, they can get there quicker and take it quicker. It's a matter of if they want to give up map pressure to go do so. They have good control and good warding so far.
They also have Ornn hitting that level 13 power spike to start masterworking his items. So as this game goes later and later, they will get some extra skill efficiency.
Talking about warding, Optics is great, but CLG's as well has quite a vision of what's going on behind the scenes. Now that's getting cleared out as Alorum comes through the jungle along with Skarlet. They were able to douse a few of those wards. Now with the Oran Horn down, that's a call from Tuesday. They're going to go ahead and use that time to clear out wards. This is that mill-about time. If a big ult is down, take that time to use, take that advantage to get your vision in. Make sure you can push forward.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. CLG Academy has a lot of engaged tools. They not only have the ability to steal one of Optic's options, they also have Sivir ult, Gnar ult, Sejuani ult, and Nautilus ult. So being able to trade 1-for-1 on the Zaya's ult is actually pretty good for CLG, given how many other options they have.
Ugh. I hate it. It's so strong once he gets that aggression, that confidence to go into each fight, be the first one there. You can hardly stop McCain, and Dardoch knows when that power spike happens, he's going to use it to his advantage. They get another kill. He's 3-1-2 now. Died once. Now he's participated in 5 of the kills on the Rift, and he's got 3 to his name. They're going to be going on to Baron in just a minute and 40 seconds after it spawns. It's in the hands of Optic.
Oh, Realm Warp coming.
Lord trying to go over the wall. That would have been quite nice if actually the team of CLG was standing on it, but Optic is hungry, and they're always looking for more right now with that advantage.
Yeah, too many good decisions to make there. Where to send the Ornn ultimate, where to send the Ryze ultimate. Either way, though, they grab the Baron. They can start pushing right away because it was just a pick-off on the enemy jungler, but it actually didn't get low, so they're able to continue fighting.
Fallen Bandit at 75%. That's going to hit him at 80. He's going to charge up on this ward to see if he can gnar out 2 members right in front of him. It's going to be throwing out the boulder on that. No ultimate coming from him just yet. Team's gonna back off. They try to keep that pressure down onto mid though, but now they're faced up against Baron minions and they have the Lovers duo on the top side for Asta and Gate that are pushing in a second tier. What a discombobulated strategy, but it's working out so well for Optic. It's not usually what you see.
Yeah, I mean, they did lose their flash on Scarlet for trying to split up as much as they did, but you'll take that if it's going to get you two turrets in the top lane.
Not usually what you do, but if it works, keep doing it.
Dardoch is the lucky recipient of the next upgraded item there. Sorry, Asta.
The Obsidian Cleaver.
Both of them have 3 kills, but Dardoch is the beneficiary of it. And he has been really good for them. That was basically his play that got them Baron. The poking and prodding and vision control that you can kind of do with the W from Kayn allows you to just scout forward, see an enemy, and if he's isolated enough, you can actually just go on, which is exactly what they did.
Now on to these first Infernal Drake. It's going to be 3 of a variety here going in for Optic. Horn's call. The Lauren tries to go up with it, and he's actually going to hit up. That is Colin going down. The CC is gone now for CLG. They don't have too much more to offer unless they get the Nard from Fallen Bandit, but he doesn't want to get back into the fight to actually throw the team up against the wall, and Optic is still looking for blood in the water as they can smell it. Tuesday tries to get a chain lash back out, but Optic continue to control each fight and are happy with the 1 kill and then pressuring an objective.
Yeah, and you saw Asta there showing no fear as he flashed forward with his Xayah to try and line up some roots for his team. Unfortunately, no one else could get in range to get the secondary CC, but it's still a 1 for 0 as well as winning the health bar trading, so they're able to turn that into 2 mid lane turrets after grabbing the Infernal Drake.
Oh, teve que ele morreu porque tava se masturbando com uma cenoura. Mas eu vi.
Caralho!
Aham.
Mas por quê?
É.
Mas o que a cenoura fez pra ela?
Eu não sei, eu vi um vídeo de, tipo, as mortes mais inusitadas de não sei como. Aí, tipo, uma guria que morreu porque tava se masturbando com cenoura.
É sério?
Mas tem
várias mortes de masturbação estranha, né? Tipo,
Estoura
vidro.
Que, velho?
Porque é muita pressão uma xereca, amiga.
Imagina morrer com
Mas tipo, quando você tá no seu momento, ela pressiona pra caralho.
Sim.
E aí, tipo, tem gente que estoura a garrafa, tem umas
Isso dá pra não, ai, que agonia.
E dá pra sentir quando você se masturba e, tipo, você tá com um vibrador, alguma coisa, a pressão que faz, tipo, no negócio, né? Esses dias eu vi um negócio, sabe quando aquele papinho de tipo, ai, porque quando você é menina, se você dá muito, você fica arrombada? Sabe esse papinho?
Sim.
Então, esse dia eu vi um post, tipo, se você é homem, se você transar muito, seu pau afina.
Que, velho? Não, claro que não! Não, velho.
Fonte, eu mesma.
Eu mesma, da minha cabeça.
De ambas as informações.
Deixa eu ver aqui alguma pergunta da hashtag. Vocês gostariam de dublar campeões novos?
Alô? Sim!
Oi, Queen, pera.
Sim, gostaria de estar...
Queen, a tua voz tá bizarra.
Como tá?
Agora melhorou, nossa, agora voltou na mão. Eu gostaria de dublar, velho.
A Riven.
Eu gostaria de dublar, mas eu acho que sairia uma bosta.
Melhorou agora?
Não, voltou.
Volto, mas tá boa a minha voz agora.
Não, dá pra ouvir, suave?
Tá lá no banheiro.
É, tá naquela no banheiro.
Da cela. Peraí, calma.
Não, mas dá pra ouvir você.
Tá? Ah, então tá bom.
Dá.
Dá.
Dá pra ouvir, dá pra ouvir.
Ok. É porque, tipo, o fio do meu fone tá, tipo, tá torto, então... Eu vou ter que
Não,
comprar
dá
outro
pra
fio.
ouvir, dá pra ouvir.
E aí, se eu ficar indo pra lá... Ô, Thay, a gente tava falando...
O que eu tava falando?
Ela tá...
Da cenoura?
Não.
Ah, não, a gente já tá em personagem que você queria dublar.
É, que é uma pergunta da hashtag.
Ah, não, eu não acredito que vão pegar Mike, velho.
Por se você gostaria de dublar algum campeão.
Não,
do LoL, assim.
Não, eu seria a Rivenzinha também.
Eu falei pra... Ah, é porque o pessoal fala que eu tenho a voz parecida com a dela.
Você deu o quê?
Eu faria... As pessoas falam que eu tenho uma voz parecida com a da Riven, eu acho. Aí, tipo, fica enchendo meu saco pra eu falar que a frase dela uma espada quebrada, é mais necessário e tal.
Se você fizer no tom certo.
Eu vou ter vergonha, não vou fazer.
O pessoal vai jogar moeda da janela pra matar as pessoas.
Gente, não façam isso.
Nossa, não façam isso.
Olha, se não matar, vai machucar de verdade, tá? E é sério, eu não tô zoando, não. É sério?
Não tem por que dublar ela. A voz dela já é, tipo, já é super parecida, não tem por que eu querer dublar ela.
Mas, tipo, tu gostaria de dublar um campeão novo?
Não, talvez. Mas é que, tipo, eu não vejo eu dublar um outro campeão sem ser a Evelyn.
Entendi.
Sei lá, só ele já tem uma...
É nóis, Vitor, obrigada.
Eu
não tolero covardia.
Tipo, uma aliada, sabe? Tipo, eu queria muito um suporte assim, tipo, judiasse do Anei Mufasa. Tipo, vai farmar.
Vai, filha da puta, farma, acerta o Lashirite.
Nossa, velho. Agora todo mundo no meu chat que acredite, mano. Não, velho. Deixa eu ver aqui, outra pergunta. Quem grita mais, a Queen ou a Taiga? A Gabruchona. A Gabruchona é quem grita mais. Eu acho que é a Gabruchona. Tem certeza absoluta, sim. Acho que é unânime aqui. É unânime.
A Gabruchona grita demais, gente.
Sim.
Sim, eu falo.
Mas esse suporte, gente, ele podia ser uma bicha, tipo, Dominatrix também, que eu ia adorar, tipo, uma bicha que gosta de chicote.
Imagina, seria legal se tivesse.
Bolsonaro, tô jogando debaixo do prédio.
Ah, a Taiga caiu.
Ai, gente.
Eu acho que a Taiga caiu.
Ela parou de falar um tempo, né?
A Taiga caiu. Eu acho que o Tino chutou a tomada.
O quê?
Ela mandou no grupo lá, o homem chutou a tomada.
Boa noite, Brasil. Boa tarde.
Não, mano, eu não vou dublar a Raven, velho. Jesus. Não começa com esse negócio.
Caramba, velho, eu já reiniciei meu PC.
Não, é porque o meu chat ainda tá na loucura de dupla. Eu não vou dublar, velho.
Ai, não deu dodge, coisa boa.
Não deu não.
Deixa eu...
Ai, gente. Cada lá.
Não tema. Farei bom uso de seu cadáver.
Deixe gracinha.
Eu não tolero covardia.
Vamos iluminar isso aqui!
foi reconectado.
Vamos brincar um pouco. Draven faz de tudo com estilo.
Entendi a piada.
Bem-vindo a Summer's Rift.
A humanidade invoca os deuses. Ela aprenderá a rogar a mim.
30 segundos para a liberação das tropas.
Os mortos já pertencem a mim. Os vivos serão os próximos.
Tropas liberadas.
Os ingratos chamam-me de Estou cercado de almas fracas e insignificantes, apegadas a um corpo de carne.
Killer Spree. Neutralizado. O inimigo foi eliminado.
A morte nunca se cansa.
O inimigo foi eliminado. O inimigo foi eliminado.
Todos morrerão. Todos serão meus.
inimigo foi eliminado. Um aliado foi eliminado. Um inimigo foi eliminado. Neutralizado. Neutralizado. Um aliado foi eliminado.
Nas minhas garras. Véu da noite terá seu banquete. Os fracos se escondem na luz. Eu trago a escuridão.
Um aliado foi eliminado. foi eliminado. O inimigo foi eliminado. Um aliado foi eliminado. Um inimigo foi eliminado. Um aliado foi eliminado. Um inimigo foi eliminado. Você eliminou um inimigo. Sua equipe destruiu uma torre. Um inimigo foi eliminado.
Seus deuses não podem salvá-lo. Seguindo um falso.
O inimigo foi eliminado.
De suas próprias ilusões.
Killing spree. O inimigo foi eliminado. Sua equipe destruiu uma torre. Sua equipe destruiu uma torre. Enfurecido. foi eliminado. Dominando. Sua equipe destruiu o todo. Sua equipe destruiu o todo.
Todas as almas devem servir.
Lendário. O inimigo foi eliminado. Double kill. Um aliado foi eliminado. Sua equipe destruiu o todo. Ace.
Todas as almas estão condenadas.
Sua equipe destruiu o inibidor.
Expurgarei a mortalidade.
Tolere covardia.
Contemple o poder da Ilha das Sombras. Dominação, injúria.
sua Summoner's Rift.
Ela aprenderá a rogar a mim.
30 segundos para a liberação das tropas.
Agitação dos lamentos, o silêncio do pós-vida. Eu governo ambos.
Tropas liberadas.
Renuncie à fragilidade da carne. Aceite o gélido fio do metal. Minhas garras.
First blood. Inimigo foi eliminado. Um inimigo foi eliminado. Killing spree. Neutralizado. Um aliado foi eliminado.
Eu trago a escuridão eterna. Em breve, véu da noite terá seu combate. São insignificantes.
Um inimigo foi eliminado.
Somente os dignos recebem a dádiva do beijo da véu da noite. Enfrente o seu fim.
Cáfio. Um inimigo foi eliminado. Neutralizado. Double kill.
Combate almas fracas e insignificantes, apegadas a corpo de carne.
O inimigo foi eliminado.
Tolos temem a morte, os covardes planejam.
A barricada vai cair em breve. Sua torre foi destruída. Um aliado foi eliminado. Inimigo foi eliminado.
Os indignos são como poeiras, condenados a secar e extinguir.
O inimigo foi eliminado. Um aliado foi eliminado. Foi eliminado. Sua torre foi destruída.
Minha vontade novamente ligada ao ferro. Todos os mortais pedem da carne decomposta.
Foi eliminado. Você foi eliminado. inimiga.
Bem-vinda, mortalidade.
Killing spree inimiga. Sua torre foi destruída. O inimigo foi eliminado.
Seus deuses não podem salvá-los de mim. Neutralizado. Um aliado foi eliminado. Se ajoelharão com temor.
Um aliado foi eliminado. Sua torre foi destruída. Killing spree.
A morte não pode me conter. A carne confina, o ferro liberta.
eliminado. Killing spree inimiga.
Vontade novamente ligada ao ferro. Eu silenciarei o bater incessante dos corações mortais.
Sua torre foi destruída. Seu inibidor foi destruído.
A morte nunca se cansa.
Seu inibidor ressurgirá em breve. Sua torre foi destruída. Seu inibidor foi destruído. Neutralizado.
Bem-vinda à mortalidade.
Seu inibidor ressurgirá em breve.
verdade nunca morre. Duas vezes executado, duas vezes renascido.
Invencível. Neutralizado. Seu inibidor ressurgirá em breve.
Todas as almas estão condenadas. A vida é uma vergonha amarga. Todos morrerão. Todos serão meus.
Seu inibidor ressurgirá em breve. Seu inibidor foi destruído. O inimigo foi eliminado. Double kill. Triple kill.
Os mortos já pertencem a mim. Os vivos serão os próximos. Eu nasço rumo à eterna glória. Eu despedaçarei o ciclo natural para que tudo seja preservado.
O aliado foi eliminado. Seu inibidor ressurgirá em breve. Sua torre foi destruída. Derrota.